Hey, what is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. As always, we have speedrunner 0218 with us,
Hello.
and special guest M. Tiberius.
Hello, hello.
And today we are going to be playing Regidrago, a Pokemon I just recently knew of its existence.
That's almost
Pokemon Crystal.
every backport we do.
in Pokemon
You say
Crystal.
that every time.
Oh,
If
well,
it's not something from Gen 3, you say, I've heard of it just recently.
well, this is going to be extremely interesting because in Gen 1 and 2, Dragon type is a fairly unused typing.
Yeah.
We're also going to have access to both Dragon Claw and Dragon Dance. So we are actually going to have access to useful Dragon moves. So,
Yeah,
Although
right.
they don't work together very well.
all
Not
right.
not in Gen 2 or 3. Yeah, and we get Dragon Claw at level 36 and Dragon Dance at level 48. So we won't get them for a bit.
Fun fact, I don't know if M. Tiberius do this, but Kingdra actually is resisted or neutral to every single type in the game except Dragon, which when you consider the amount of Dragon moves that are in the game or the power of the Dragon moves that are in the game, it basically makes it resistant or neutral to everything.
I mean, what even in the game has Dragon Breath? Because that's like the only one that would really even pose a
Well,
threat.
you don't get to use it against Kingdra either because you don't get it until after the Kingdra battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, how many times has anyone ever done a Crystal run where you needed Dragon Breath for Lance? I can't think of.
No.
I think I might have used it on Charizard just because I was trying it out and testing, but it's really not very useful, honestly.
Oh, it's just a really weak move.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we can use something better.
And return is usually just better at that point because you're talking about a 60 power move versus a 100 power move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
We
I
actually,
actually had
have somebody in my chat asking about the backports for the regional forums, because you guys have a whole list of different forums, right? Like that are going to be coming up for, especially blue version. I know there's a bunch of them probably still on the table.
Mm-hmm.
we don't really have an order that we do them in. We usually just have our third guest just like pick something.
Every time.
Yeah, cool.
So then you got people out there like D1 who just picks all of the beasts.
Yeah, we've only got 2 left.
Yeah, so I guess he's making an archive of all the beasts.
I mean, Austin, he keeps picking all the fire starters plus Swampert.
Right. So they get filled in quickly.
Yep. I also had to change ROMs. I was in my options and I noticed my text speed was on medium, and I'm like, oops, I put up the wrong ROM, so now I fixed it.
Oops.
I had the vanilla game up. That would have been real. I actually thought I'd messed up the game. I'm like, wait, why is the text not instant? Oh, wrong game.
All right, well, you just made me double check. I do in fact have the attack speed at 15 and Pokerus at 1.
Oh, Tiberius, did you make sure to enable Pokerus?
Oh, I'm going to have to do it. My game hook, for some reason, doesn't like it when I do it for the new game. Don't know why, but I usually just pause as soon as I pick up my starter and set it. But I will make sure to do that along with the DVs here.
So you can't set them beforehand?
It seems to do, I mean, because I'm not on that old game hook version. So it seems
Well, I mean,
to not
I remember
freeze properly sometimes when you start a new game. Don't know why.
I don't remember a glitch like that, but then again, it's been a long time.
It was happening for
So I'm
you
running the
and Ike.
2023 version, so it entirely could just be a glitch with this version.
Yeah, who knows? Sticking to old version.
Yep.
All right, so just let me know when you two are ready. Started.
I'm ready.
Okay, give me a sec so I can get my timer active.
1.
And I am ready when you are.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm setting it to 1 a.m. Even though I don't need a curse, it's still good to have the chance for Psyduck, Oddish,
Yeah.
Poliwag. Is Psyduck a night only encounter?
I actually have
think
no
it's
idea.
more likely at night.
Oh, no. Middle one.
Oh boy. Twister.
Yeah.
Twister being the most
anyone's
powerful
wondering, so-
move.
Better than ice grip though.
I mean, it's only stronger than Vice Grip because of stab, but then again, 55 to 60.
It's not that much better.
Holy crap.
then again-
that sprite is amazing.
Yeah, I wish I could take
looks
credit
really
for it,
good.
but I can't.
You can
I mean, I will credit if I use someone else's sprite. I'm not that mean.
you can actually see the Charizard skull.
Yeah, looks
It
good.
does look like it, yeah.
What do you mean
Do you
looks
guys
like
knock
it?
out
Is that
the
not
wild
part of its
encounters in
lore?
Johto, by the way?
Oh, Antivirus, you mentioned wild encounters. I, by habit, just knock them out.
Oh, I
'cause I
always knock
started,
them
but I
out.
didn't know if it was slower just because it's usually two-shotting a lot of them.
I always knock them out because
Yeah.
getting to that first level 6 usually takes a while, no matter what Pokemon you play.
That's true.
Yeah, especially with Regidrago, it's gonna be worse. Also, level 6, you get Bite. Well, that's
Oh,
my new
actually gonna
strongest
be
move.
helpful.
What the? I
Oh.
seriously just started this run without live split open.
So
Oh no!
Oops. Oh well, I'll just go off of Oh well, this is the first playthrough.
I'm
That's true.
curious, did you know that the rival and Mr. Pokemon heal you, so you really don't need to hit like a Pokemon Center until you hit like the first city?
Oh, I have never really paid attention to the rival heals you.
Yeah,
I
I never knew
honestly
about
just
the
kinda run-
rival, but I knew Mr. Pokemon did because he straight up just
Yeah.
does it.
I at one point knew about it because I've done Lugia run a bunch of times, and when you have got 5 PP for your Aeroblast, and that's all you have to work with, you start noticing those things.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna fight a bunch of these early trainers here. Just this first route.
I'm honestly probably gonna go pick up Flash just because, it's more reliable for the late
Honestly?
game, and I think the early training might genuinely be helpful.
I'm kind of debating it, honestly.
You just
Just
reminded me.
because of our speed group.
I brought up my image, so now I don't need to go get Flash. I didn't have it
Just
open.
mouse silver.
Cost me several seconds there.
Honestly, no, I'm skipping Sprout Tower. Hey, Bellsprout.
Haha, Bellsprout doesn't nearly one-shot me this run.
Right. Remember with Swampert just how bad it was?
Oh, that must have been rough.
Let's put it
Yeah,
this
yeah,
way:
empty
if it
dirt,
used
so-
growth, you were done next turn.
Oh, I believe it.
Right. So Emptiberius, I've been starting to skip Sprout Tower in my runs just because I've pretty much memorized Dark Mount Silver for a long time. I know
Uh-huh.
Steve still struggles with it, so I'm hoping it'd be a time advantage, but then he started to learn how to do it. I'm like,
Oh,
oh no,
no.
my
Well,
time
I mean,
save is gone.
I always knew how to do it. It's just that backing off of the last section, like when you go straight down through that last corridor, going up one space is really frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I started practicing at other places. I mean, when I don't get Flash, I pretty much just always skip that Whirl Island candy because I have not learned that place dark. But I actually started practicing Rock Tunnel in the dark, so that way I can go straight to the power plant from Lavender.
That's impressive.
I've actually found my own path, and I was practicing while Austin was finishing his Blaziken run, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
And then Steve saw me, and he tried to practice, and he's like, nope, this is too hard, I give up.
There's too many turns.
That one's
There's
tricky, honestly. Like, Mount Silver isn't terrible, and I was a lot better
It's
at
just-
it a while
it's
ago
just-
when I practiced
Yeah,
it more.
It's
just
also
one room. at
one
least.
room. The
All right.
other room, the other one is like 5 rooms, 4 rooms.
All right, hello, Kiwi Sundown. Where's the real time? I forgot to open Live Split for this run, so we'll have a timer second. I'm not going to stop it now.
I got a
Darn
ghastly
hiker.
encounter in Sprout Tower.
It's hard to believe you can even get encountered. Like, we've had many runs where we just don't get any.
You know about the hidden Great Ball? above the Pokemon Center before the Lost Cave.
A Union Cave?
Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
Well, I did accidental encounters, and I'm only level 11. Egg spinners.
Oh, I forgot. We were talking about it earlier. I forgot to turn Pokerus on. Gotta do that now. Oops.
Yeah, I don't really know a way to make the ROM just make everything have Pokerus. I'm sure I could find a way to do it. You could check real time with the VOD. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's a first playthrough, and we all started at the same time.
There it is. Pokerus 1.
man, I hate accidentally battling people.
It's okay. We all have to do it.
Accidentally battered the non-spinning fire breather.
Yeah. So guys, fun fact, you see how our main attacking moves are Dark and Dragon? Dark and Dragon are some of the best neutral coverage moves in this game. Because for Dragon, I think only the Magnemite line and Steelix resist it. And for Dark, I mean, obviously there's Dark, but not many trainers in this game use Dark types. And obviously there's the Steel type, but like I said, there's not many Steel types.
There's really not.
No. So yeah, they tend to be some of the best coverage.
Interesting.
At least for neutral damage.
There might actually be one trainer I might use Ancient Power on before I get rid of it.
Who would that be?
Bugsy.
Oh, yeah, for Scyther.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Didn't think about Bugs. Hello, Anderson. Hey, I'm poisoned. How dare you? Oh, well, I'll get healed. I forgot the lure ball.
Very important tech.
You know what's interesting? I remember I brought this up with Scott when we were talking about like HM uses in Crystal. He actually did not know Kurt gives a lure ball until I told him.
Really?
I mean, I didn't know either. I mean, I saw it from Steve. Steve was the one who started doing it because I guess Squidgy taught him.
What? I always knew that as a kid.
Really?
I always knew you got one ball from him for free because I would get it every run.
I mean, I barely remember that. All I knew was, like, I thought you just had to give him. Who's there too, Austin Steve? It's M. Tiberius. You can see in the little text bubbles at the top right. Oh, you've got to be kidding. I have to rewind because I did not save.
Bummer.
The Scyther crit me with Fury Cutter, and it did, like, half my health.
These are just things you're going to have to deal with.
Right?
My overlay says Ancient Power is 100% accurate, but it just, is that true?
It is.
Interesting. I always thought it was like a 90.
Hello, Chummin.
Yeah, it's one of the few rock moves that's actually accurate.
I think someone actually took averages of all the types of moves. The most accurate is Ghost, the least accurate is Rock.
That makes sense.
Like, it's actually kind of hard to find a Ghost move with less than 100% accurate. It's not too...
Huh.
Okay, Bayleaf was not that hard.
If you say so.
Alright, gotta get some extra Pokeballs, just in case. Gotta get some pelts. Escape routes. 8. Oh wait, I have Bellsprout. I don't need to... I was trying to hunt for an Oddish, and I'm like, wait a minute, I already have a Bellsprout. Then I started thinking,
I already got one of those.
well, there's Psyduck, but how I like to do these runs, I think Steve does it too, we only hunt for Psyduck if we're hunting for a Grass type or a Cut user at the same time.
I don't know if you're doing it, but I'm also going back for the charcoal.
I am not doing that.
I need to do that to
Actually,
be able to afford the punches.
Oh, so you're going to sell the charcoal. I get it. I was like, why are you going to get the charcoal? That makes more sense.
Well, I'm already halfway through the forest. I'm not going back now.
Yeah. no chance to go back now. You're already way past.
Oh, you know another thing you could do when you're passing through that gate to get into the little daycare route, you could just talk to the girl behind the counter. She gives you sweet scent.
Yep, that's only 1 grand. You need 3.
True. This thing's damage output has been pretty underwhelming.
I know. I was kind of shocked about that already. Like, I thought it would hit a little bit harder.
I mean, it's only 100 special attack. I mean, for a legendary, that's pretty mediocre.
It
Alright, what
is.
haircut am I getting? Aw, +1. Cheapskate.
I find the haircuts are usually very similar between runs, so probably also gonna get
remember-
that.
I remember a couple of runs where I actually got a +10.
I've actually gotten
Wow,
pretty
this
lucky
sprite
with
is
the,
really cool looking.
with like, was it +5s and +10s?
My average seems to be like +3.
Oh, I got
Lately,
a
it's been kind
1.
of bad. Haha.
Oh no. The
I gotta get that.
bite doesn't do a lot of damage to these Magnemites. Or Twister.
Really? What makes you think that?
Ooh, Dragon Breath has got 20 PP. That's interesting.
That's quite nice. I somehow avoided most traps on this route, but the only one I encountered was
That speed increase for the questionnaire is definitely something else. Holy.
and well, at least Fire Breather Walt gives good XP. He's got 2 Magmars.
I don't actually mind battling those 2 guys. I know a lot of people don't like battling Magnemite guy, and probably for good reason, but he's not bad.
Well, what about the 4 Voltorb guy? He has a level 2 Voltorb on his.
You know what I meant.
I've never understood that guy. Just like the game design.
He juggles
behind
them.
him.
That's his shtick.
But why not just have all of them like decent level, at least instead of a level 2?
Well, he practiced. Okay, so have you ever juggled before? Like, you juggle the first ball a bunch of times, then you juggle the second ball a bunch of times, but that third ball, sometimes you just, that one's really, really hard to get going. So you practice with 2 of them more than any of the others. That's how I look at it.
That makes sense, I guess.
Gentlemen, the haircut is random. I think it's like +3 or +1, +3, +5, or +10.
This run is.
Are they all equal chances, Speed, or is it like?
I
more
don't think
difficult to
they're
get?
equal chances. I don't know at least.
This run is beyond
honest-
bad
honest-
for friendship. Holy crap! I'm not even close to 150. Like, not even a little close.
I'm actually gonna skip Ice. I just don't see how it's gonna be helpful. Two broke coins. I am really not efficient at goldenrod routing. One of my weaknesses.
I have the same issue. Honestly, goldenrod is where I get all, because there's a lot of things to do all at the same time, and it's where I start to get scrambled.
No.
What'd you do?
I make the mistake of doing so many runs. It's
Did you forget the Abra?
no, even worse.
You didn't talk to the girl?
Right? No. Who forgets to talk to the girl? That's not even possible. That's the whole point of going. No, I forgot to get the
Didn't
squirt
you
bottle.
do that once?
What was
Not-
that?
Not talking to the girl is like physically impossible. Like, what do you do if you don't talk to her?
The one by the pseudo widow tree.
Right, but like
I've
that's
made
the
that
whole
mistake, honestly.
Steve,
point
you
of
did
going in
that
that
once.
direction.
I remember you did that once. pretty recently. 'Cause I remember you were trying to find the squirt bottle lady and you couldn't find her at all.
I forget why. What caused her not to be there?
Dude. Well,
Wow,
I'm pretty much used to encountering these guys.
I have absolutely no idea what generally gets her to show up.
Wait, did I remember the squirt bottle?
I hope you did.
Okay, okay, I did not. Thankfully, I didn't move too far. Dang it, Steve. As soon as you started mentioning forgetting squirt bottle, you almost made me do it.
Luckily, I
kid
decided
you.
to pause and fix the Pokerus. I'm a couple minutes behind, so he mentioned it just in time for me to go do it.
There might be some science to it. I don't know. Have you guys ever watched the Mythbusters episode on yawning?
Yes,
Not
actually.
that one.
It is actually contagious, whether you see the person near you or not. Crazy.
Weird.
So there might be some science. I mentioned forgetting it, and it actually physically causes you forget.
Oh yeah, Anderson. That was yesterday. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Elm doesn't like you biking in the burn tower. I know we've had this conversation, but
Still not used to it.
it needs to be brought up. He needs to get over it.
Also, at level 22, you have 56 speed.
Yeah.
22?
Honest-
Okay.
Honestly, I thought we'd be way slower.
I mean, it is 80.
Yeah, it's
It's,
actually
almost double the speed I
decently-
had in the last several runs I've had.
Yeah, it doesn't feel terribly slow, and it's got kind of a weird defense and HP thing going on, where it's like it's actually
call
kind
it
of not
the,
defensive, but it has enough HP where you don't even really notice it.
Marcus,
I actually call it the reverse cloister.
Yeah,
Marcus, the shiny
weird
animation
how-
does in fact make the run slower. Yes.
it is weird how Pokemon seems to love to do that. Either a Pokemon has high defense and then low HP, or the opposite way around.
I mean, they clearly do on purpose because they don't want one all-powerful Pokemon.
But like you could, like Regidrago, if it was flipped and had bad attacking stats, like honestly, it would still be pretty balanced. Just because it would just not hit hard at all.
Have you played Pokemon that don't hit hard? They're pretty bad.
I mean, they're good for not solo running, but
So,
in other ways.
like for instance, Bayleaf, if you give it the egg move Swords Dance, it covers its really bad attacking moves. But if you don't give it Swords Dance, Bayleaf is quite a slog. Meganium.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just think about it. Grass is like the worst offensive typing. Not the fastest of Pokemon, and its attacking stats are atrocious.
Honestly, I think instead of grass, I think poison's the worst offensively in this game.
That
I
makes
think
sense.
it's worse
Poison
than
is
grass
Pretty bad.
because like what are the main things poison's good at?
I don't think
think
any
of
poison
grass,
type
but
learns
you know how
fire
many-
moves for Jasmine, that's for sure.
What I was saying, I'm talking like I thought we were talking about like types of moves.
Yeah.
Well, the Pokemon in general that go with the moves too, but yeah, poison
Oh.
generally probably not going to have a good time with Jasmine, that's for sure.
Yeah, but like I think in this game, poison's only super effective on I believe grass, because I know fairy's definitely not a thing. A lot of the grass types are part poison. Even with Gen 2 adding some more, that's still like at least more than half of the grass types. Also, level 26, you straight up outspeed more.
Yeah, but he still gets the hypnosis off.
True. Oh, Steve, did you get the claw?
I did.
Yeah, M Tiberius, we pretty much always just pick up the quick claw if like there's no other good held item.
Uh-huh.
Just because, like, what else are we gonna?
I
Plus
get it
it's
even
right.
with ridiculously fast Pokemon. It's just never a burden.
Speed, or
Yeah.
Steve, you probably both know this. How much friendship do you get from TM?
One.
Like teaching a move?
It depends on how much
One
friendship
each.
you're at.
One each.
Probably one
One
each.
each, roughly.
One each. No, it's
Okay.
always one each.
And then vitamin is 2, right?
I don't know about vitamins. I've never done them.
Because I just paused because I am at 146 when I came back for a turn. And so I'm like, I'm so close. I'm just trying to figure out if it's worth it to do something about that or just come back. I think if I teach 2 moves and then use a vitamin, I can probably then get return. I'll probably do that. I don't know if that's faster technically, but
Yeah,
Sure.
I've never messed with that. I mostly just like I'm either there or I'm not. Clearly this run was 10 too slow.
yeah, I tried to balance it so I would be perfectly where I needed to be, and then it was just not quite there.
Yeah, I've been going out with the game without the punches, and it's not the worst. Crap.
That is true. I did forget to teach the punches, but I didn't really know. Well, I'm gonna want Fire Punch, Jasmine. And I encountered this stupid spin. You know what's dumb? Like, you have to pass this spinner like 2 or 3 times. I almost never fight him.
It
I
has
just-
it has
it's
something
that
to do
one-
with the immediate going down thing. He's actually kind of timed where
think
if
so.
you do absolutely nothing but go down, you can generally get around him. It's very
That's what I
rare
noticed, but
to encounter
as
him.
of lately, he keeps seeing me.
Yeah, that means there must have hesitated at some point.
Maybe.
Holy crap. We may not have a fighting weakness, but fighting moves hurt a lot.
I may as well just... Regidrago's... Yeah, it's pure dragon.
You
And all
boy.
that thinking about the friendship, I forgot to get the squirt bottle.
Yep, that's my biggest complaint that I happen to do all the time is forgetting the squirt bottle. Pisses me off.
Guys, what's the most beautiful shiny Pokemon to you? I haven't really seen too many.
I like Charizard.
Which one? Black one or the purple one?
Black.
Black one's better, honestly. Purple
Yeah.
one's classic, but the black one's just better.
Yeah. I've honestly been doing a pretty bad job in the overworld. I've encountered so many spinners. And just trainers that aren't spinners. And having only special moves is not good for the fighting game.
Right? I actually had to go out and heal 3 times.
Wow.
It makes you think, like, huh, do fighting resist dragon?
Did you guys fight Morty when you were in Eckertique, by the way?
Yes.
Or did you skip him until you have Crunch?
I fought him
Why?
immediately.
That level... He's not hard if you can outspeed most of his team.
That's fair.
Which, I mean, I beat him at level 25.
Okay, so
Oh.
good to know. I'm just gonna do them while I'm here then.
Voltorb is a pretty good-looking shiny, honestly.
I do love Voltorb shiny. It was a perfect choice for them to make it the Great Ball color.
Chuck. At least I got Thunder Punch for your primate. Man, the high HP is so nice.
Okay.
All
That
right,
was there-
so at level 30, Thunder Punch is a 2-hit range because the first one did less than half, but the second one killed it.
What was the range?
Thunder Punch on Poliwrath.
Was it 2-hit?
Oh.
It was a 2-hit, but the first one did less than half. So it made me think
Oh.
if that's the range.
So possible 3-hit.
When I
Yeah.
battled Chuck, it was a 4-hit, so I mean that's an improvement.
for it.
I
Also,
used
I
4
forgot to
dragon
deposit the
breaths.
Togepi again.
Luckily, I got a relatively early paralysis, I think. And I also woke up from sleep, like, first turn. It's a very lucky Chuck battle. In the second run, I will not underestimate him.
I think I forgot to get the super repels.
Well, that's a problem.
Oh wait, you can use escape ropes to not have to talk to Ucine in Burn
Correct.
Tower,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Ah, dang it. I remember that as I was walking, but I didn't think of
Honestly,
it fast enough to stop.
Honestly, it doesn't really save much time at all. So it really
Yeah, I
did.
guess that's probably true, huh?
So M Tiberius, how's the text work for you? Nice and
Yeah. So we're working
Okay.
great. No problems at all.
all right. See, I was just thinking, wow, he's all the way back in Ekrutik. I wonder if his text isn't working or if he's just that far behind.
I think
Well-
I'm that far behind in real time because I had to pause a couple of times to fix the Poke Rust, and then I was
Oh,
dealing with the
right.
friendship
Forgot about that.
calculations.
Yeah, I'm
So
about
I'm
to
only
hit.
at like 24 minutes.
Yeah, I'm about
or
to
so
start
of real time.
27 now.
Yeah.
20. Anderson, I forgot to start live split first run. I'm not gonna pause and open. Oh, Steve M Tiberius. Do you guys know about the nugget in the rocket hideout?
In the rocket hideout?
Nugget?
Not off the top of my
I
head.
mean, I'll never need it. Okay.
I always just pick it and the nugget up on Route 34 by that rare candy, so that way I can sell them and get an extra 1 or 2 vitamins.
That's a
but-
good idea.
This is a Poke Rust run, so it may not help too much. But in normal runs, I like to get that.
Yeah. Because for a slow level up rate and without Poke Rust, it'd probably be pretty crucial, honestly. Poke Rust makes it so you really don't need vitamins at all.
Correct.
No, like no matter
Sort
the
of.
leveling curve.
Yeah, it's sort of true. I remember we looked at our EV, our stat XP spread for red with Poke Rust. It was around like 48,000 in each stat. But even if you did struggle with red, if you like used like 1 early vitamin, it can probably give you an extra like 3,000 to 4,000 stat XP for red, just because of how early you gain them.
Nice.
I pretty much just
I-
use the 1 protein it gives you.
I have a reset. I just went back for Morty. I just was clearing all the trainers on the way to Olivine first. But because of that, I didn't have my mint berry.
You don't really need it.
Well, he gave me a reset because I didn't have it because he got
Ow.
lucky. His very first turn, he put me to sleep when he survived the bite.
Oh,
Ooh.
Steve, here's an interesting or question. Since we're using a slow level up Pokemon, do you think this thing needs the Tin Tower?
No.
I thought about getting it, honestly. I haven't yet, but
I just don't have any practice
Well,
getting
no.
to it.
I mean, I know where it is because it's in the same spot as the mix, so I know where it is. And I'm
Yeah,
skipping the Whirl Islands candy, so I might go get it.
yeah, because I
Who
looked
knows?
it up.
The Tin
just so I
Tower
would-
candy might be quicker. I'll have to test it. Well, I mean, not in
expect it to be
vanilla.
pretty quick, honestly.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's not going to be quicker in vanilla because I literally had to mod out the sages.
Yeah,
They're not even there.
that makes a big difference. 'Cause otherwise, it's just way too slow.
Dang, Douglas. Is Regidrago ranked alongside other legendaries? Like, is there a trio, like 3 Regidrago is only a duo with Regieleki, but it's still part of all the Regis. So, like, Drago and Aleki are considered a pair. I am not looking forward to Regidrago. It's basically just faster Electrode.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got a reset on price. That was embarrassing.
I did too. I saved. I don't think I saved.
I
I mean, this
definite-
reset was kind of my fault. I chose not to heal for price. Oh, I did save.
I definitely didn't save.
Well,
Okay.
the Dugong did get a crit Aurora, but
I definitely need to heal. Okay.
alright, yeah, I need to heal too.
Okay, I gotta add the 2 resets. There we go.
Yeah, so when I go back to Olivine City to deliver the secret potion, I need to go buy super repels because I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Good thing I bought plenty of repels. I think I bought like 8 of them. I don't know if that's too much.
There's no use for Thunder Punch after Chuck, right? So I can just replace it for Jasmine.
Price.
Keep it for price.
I just beat
Gotcha.
price without it, but it took an ice whatever miss. Icy wind miss.
Yeah. Did you just forget like your whatever is in the place of Vice Grip then? So you have Dragon Breath, Bite, Thunder Punch, and Fire
Yeah,
Punch?
I've got Crunch now. I find Crunch to be actually useless.
Really? I'm surprised about that.
Oh. I am doing such a bad job. You like Ponyta and Rapidash's shinies? I really like those shinies.
Those are
Not in Gen
one of
2,
my
they're-
favorites.
Gen 2, the shinies are ugly. Like Ponyta and Rapidash are brown.
The limited amount of colors in the game is obvious.
Well, the
Yeah.
color blue exists.
It does. It's a much better idea to have a blue Ponyta than a brown one.
One-shot Steelix with a crit.
Nice.
I
Oh,
one-shot
no,
it
the
without
dreaded
the crit.
Powerball. So I'm guessing it didn't matter.
Correct.
Well, I get style point, right? Dang it. I am doing so horrible today. Like, these trainers aren't even spinners.
I've battled one non-spinner so far this run.
Oh wow.
It was.
I hit a couple of them. I
need
know
to
that my
get
second one's gonna be
burned.
better once I, don't do that.
It
but-
was
I need return.
the last fire breather in Union Cave.
Oh, uh-huh. See, I did that one guy on the way to Sudowoodo. That's like kind of off
Alright,
screen
what
when you're coming up
vitamin?
that route. I ran right into him.
I don't understand how I haven't battled him in so very long. I know it's Drowsy Giraffe Rig guy.
Yeah.
Get rid of... I'm gonna get rid of fire.
You learning something?
After Jasmine, there's really no reason to keep fire, though, right? Because, like, I think that, technically, I guess for price, you could have it. But,
Fire Punch only helps for the Piloswine.
yeah.
Oh, if you're wondering what I was teaching, Steve, I never backtracked for return, so I had to wait till now to... Here's Dragon Claw.
Oh, that explains why you probably still had Thunder Punch for price.
So when I was back in the department store to get return, I just decided to just buy my vitamins there. I sold my nuggets, and I bought 2 protein and 3 calcium.
Nice.
How dare that coughing live?
Right?
How dare it have the gall to live? Okay, well, Dragon Claw doesn't show up on my overlay.
Oh,
Really?
interesting. I haven't even been able to test mine yet, so I will have to see what happens.
I could have swore I tested. It might have had to do with the fact that we updated some stuff with your overlay. Maybe I forgot to carry something over.
Dragon Claw's got essentially 120 power, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically return. Slightly better
Yeah.
return.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, does anything in the
Okay.
game resist dragon?
Magnemite.
Yep, that's
Anything
it.
else?
Steelix.
So it is straight up better return. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized, I probably should have kept Fire Punch for the 3 Magnum guy. All of his Magnemites were 2 hit.
Oh, it's better return because it could hit Haunter too.
Man, you're already on the rival.
I somehow didn't pick up Fire Punch from Goldenrod. Interesting.
Whew.
Well, I mean,
I was
I mean,
sitting in
Steve's
front of
not that
Jasmine
far
and just like
behind you.
scratching my head because I was like, what happened?
I just used my full restore. I got paralyzed by a body slam from Meganium.
That doesn't happen, does it?
Oh.
Shiny Crobat. Oh, I actually have a legitimate shiny Crobat from Legends Arceus. I found it during my casual playthrough. Like, I
Nice.
was still on the main story. I heard a Sparkle, saw the Zubat, and I immediately ditched the Zubat I already had on my team for the shiny one.
Totally worth it.
It was
Gotta love
worth
a
it.
shiny.
I mean, Crobat's one of my favorite Pokemon. Okay, time to fight the most terrifying Rocket Grunt. The one level 27 Rattata guy. But then the guy right after him has a Muck.
I genuinely don't know how they just didn't let the Rockets evolve for some reason. Super strange.
I think I remember in the show, a lot of evolutions tended to be based on like friendship and stuff. Like you
That's
don't really
true.
see stuff evolving like if it hates you. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
But
so it's
actually,
just
I
guess
remember-
trying to basically say that the Rockets are just bad at training. Like,
Yeah,
like
I remember seeing
properly.
videos from this Team Rocket like ROM hack I saw where you like play as Team Rocket. Apparently, according to that game, the whole story is they just have like just a bunch of just caught low-leveled Pokemon, and then they just give them randomly to the grunts. It's kind of
that
like,
would actually
hey,
make a lot of
they're like,
sense.
all right, we're gonna catch 100 Rattata. We have 50 grunts. Each one gets 2. There you go. Which honestly, that makes the most sense. They just get the low-end stuff, but all the admins get the good ones.
Yeah, I mean that also explains why they're so bad at, training their Pokemon. They haven't just like gone to visit a mart and like gotten better TMs or better items. They
Do you
just don't
expect
have a
grunts
clue
to
what
have
they're
money? Do you expect them to have money?
doing. I guess
When you
not.
beat a rocket grunt, they only give you like $200 at most.
Yeah. I'm looking at my moveset. I think I'm realizing that I'm probably still going to get rid of Dragon Claw the moment I am able to learn Dragon Dance.
I want to keep Dragon Claw for Lance at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
With 100 special, I think Lance will be no problem with Ice Punch.
That's the thing. I chose not to get Ice Punch.
What?
I mean, how has Ice Punch helped you so far?
It... Golbats?
Oh yes, Golbats.
The most terrifying Pokemon.
I mean, I gave you the answer.
Sundown, I've noticed this stream's been kind of strange. A lot of the regulars aren't here, but a lot of the chatters are irregular viewers mostly.
That's pretty cool though. Get new
Yeah, it
people
is.
in.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm seeing people that I haven't seen in probably like several streams.
Nice.
But then the ones who are there, everyone aren't here for them. They're all just
Huh.
busy, I guess.
That's fair.
Nope. Are you guys gonna teach dynamic?
I don't know. Maybe just for the memes.
You know that was going to be hammer arm, but at the time I didn't know how to backport stat lowering moves on yourself, so I replaced it with dynamic. I know
That's
how to do
fair.
it now though, but I'll just do
I
it for
probably
next.
wouldn't have used either, frankly. So probably not worth going back and
True.
trying to fix it.
Really shouldn't give dynamic punch to anything, especially since they all learn it. Like cross chop should be like the #1 move.
Yeah.
I
Bro.
think you mentioned that, but too late for that.
Andrew, I do watch basketball, but the stream was a prior engagement. I really wish I could watch the NBA game, but that's okay. I'll catch the second half.
Yeah, Steve
Humon from
can't
my
get out of
chat
this.
was remarking that it's fascinating that Regidrago can punch anything, to be honest. And I was like, yeah, very true. I believe they're
Well,
supposed to
look
be
at
the
it.
elemental fang, like bite moves, right?
I don't know what it's supposed to be, but if you look at its Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield moveset, whatever one I based it off of, they learn Electric Fire and Ice by T.
Wow. Honestly, this thing has really good coverage for the fact that it's Stab Dragon. Like, because in Gen 2, I feel like a lot of the typical stuff for dragons, like, you know, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, all that stuff that they often learn in the other games, it's just they're walled off until so late. You don't
Yeah,
have access to it.
Cedra's not part dragon. Just saying.
you don't say.
Just saying. You know, might come up.
By the time I finished the Ice Cave, I can only use 2 HP.
Wow.
I've been consistently 1 to 2 trainers behind Steve for like half the.
That when you hit that second Mart trip is when I took a big lead. We were basically neck and neck the whole run down to like the
Oh.
trainer.
Hello,
Because
Garamar.
I did 1 Mart trip, you did 2. I decided to do basically the whole game with a bunch of 60 power moves, and you did it with the punch moves.
So you never bought the punches when you got
I
to Goldenrod
did
the first time?
after Chuck.
So you
Interesting.
delayed buying the punches,
Till after Chuck.
but you still went in there for return, right?
After Chuck.
Oh, okay.
So did you do Chuck without Thunder Punch?
Correct. It was a 4-shot. It was not ideal. Did not like the
Yeah.
4-shot on the Polyrath. Not my greatest moment.
Did you get the pink bow, Steve?
Yes. I did not equip it though.
Oh
Wait, I
boy,
didn't even
Claire, I'm so
realize that the
scared.
Pink Bow was available.
Yeah, the floor below where you fight that Houndoom guy. There's some
Uh-huh.
woman with a Pokemon next to her. She gives you a pink bow.
Oh, cool.
That was actually the place I always knew about. I did not know one of the day of the week siblings give you one.
I had no idea that it was there.
You can get the pink bow from the girl out like in like the first route, the one that's just meandering about.
Yeah.
I don't remember what day of the week it is though. But there are 2
Tuesday.
pink bows.
Oh.
Oh, you also already did candies. I have not. I don't know how many of them you did, but
How I do them, when I get that phone call, I get the violet and goldenrod ones just to get those out of the way. Plus, the goldenrod one has a nugget near it. So I do those 2, and afterwards, I can do others like Whirl Island, but usually I don't.
I've just made one of the gravest errors you can make.
Uh-oh, what happened?
It is about to cost me minutes.
I'm
Oh
actually
no.
gonna go get the tin tower.
Okay, by minutes, I mean seconds. Apparently, Psyduck was the first encounter.
Oh,
I forgot to go get the Dratini.
Thank
Gotcha.
you for just reminding me, dude. Oh my god.
I
I'm already in the tower.
I'm just throwing Pokeballs at this Psyduck. It has now escaped 7 of them.
it's hard
I
to
al-
catch, honestly.
I only have 16. Get in the ball. Oh my god. It never so first of all, can I escape the forest without escape rope or anything?
I think you can fly out of it.
Forest?
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
so.
Oh, well. I wish-
Also, why didn't you just go back to get the Krabby? Why are you catching a Psyduck?
Krabby? Which I'm waterfall.
Or crap, the Dratini, right?
Yeah, honestly, getting Dratini probably was a quicker
it-
option.
I just
was probably about the same amount of time because it was a first encounter Psyduck, but yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I
most
made a
people
big
can't rely on
oops.
a first encounter Psyduck.
I made a big oops. Speed has already passed me. He's already in the next region.
Oh dang.
Yeah,
You
that
know how
cost
I
me.
know that? You know how I know that? The guy told me.
Yep. Very nice guy.
So it looks
Damn
like
it.
I'm going to be level 45 going into the rival.
I was prepared to walk around the chick this time. I'm like, I got down right. Like, it's gonna be perfect. I unfortunately still got caught.
I mean, I got caught by her too.
Yeah, but normally I don't really make an effort to avoid her in any way. This time I absolutely made an effort to avoid her.
I really should have hugged the wall there.
Remember what I said about not being level 48 by the time you get to the end of the league? Pretty sure that statement was very true. In fact, I said 46, and look at this. Probably gonna be 46 by the time we finish. Maybe 47 because it's 1 level per Elite Four member usually. Oh wait, I forgot to count the
Alright.
rival. Maybe it might be. All right, I'm actually gonna pick up Earthquake as a backup.
It's probably worth picking up, but I don't know if it's actually going to be useful for the second one.
I'm not getting her at all.
Risk to the E.
Risky to skip Earthquake.
Indeed.
I don't think
Dude,
it.
I
that risky?
should have held on to Fire Punch. I should have gotten rid of Thunder Punch, honestly.
Yeah, because after Chuck
got
and Price, I
uh-oh.
don't see a use for it.
You've got me.
Oh no, Kadabra foresaw an attack.
Oh no.
So I got a reset on the rival because the Magneton paralyzed me. I got hit with Curse and I did not once move. Not once.
Dang.
Makes perfect sense. That is to be expected. That was a relatively normal outcome.
Did you keep Fire Punch, Steve?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I never taught
That was a big
Ice Punch,
blue.
or I never taught Thunder Punch at any point.
Yeah, I think in the next run, instead of buying Fire and Thunder, I'm gonna buy I think I might well, Thunder Punch still helped for 5th and 7th gyms. I'll probably just delete it for Fire Punch. Or just wipe over Thunder Punch. Don't overwrite Fire Punch.
Amnesia's not so OP anymore, huh?
Right? I should really be using Return for Will and not Dragon Claw.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty much using Thunder or Ice Punch mostly the whole time.
Interesting, Crunch doesn't one-shot Slowbro.
That is really interesting.
Crap, I don't know if I was just badly poisoned or not.
That sounds bad.
Oh, it was absolutely toxic. Oh, I got a reset 'cause of stupid double team.
Oh no.
You died. That's what Koga does.
But it was a
It's
toxic
actually-
from the Venomoth that did me in.
Ouch.
Oh, I just did it
Dragon
again.
Dance. Is it worth keeping Thunder Punch for Gyarados?
No.
Honestly, no. I'm gonna set up on the Gyarados.
Yeah, I don't think the Gyarados has anything that's that dangerous, honestly.
Not for a Dragon type, no. Oh my.
I lost again. It was basically the exact same outcome.
Is this like an improved
How am I
Blissey?
supposed to-
Very much.
How do you defeat Venomoth in one hit? Do you just not?
I think I one-shot it with a crit.
Okay, so you'll run into this problem next time. Good.
Okay.
Would it be perhaps useful to have Fire Punch still for it? Do you think that would do enough?
I have Fire Punch. It didn't do jack.
Oh, dang.
I mean, the only reason I want to keep Fire Punch till the late game is just for the Rivals Magnet.
Really? I got the crow. Koga's the worst. Any one member can just double team and then you just screwed.
That's his whole strategy.
Yeah,
Like,
but the
most solo
toxic
runners
double
ban it.
team and it can't one shot the Crobat, the Venomoth, or the Muck. Any of all three of them can toxic you.
Yeah. It's
My God.
I don't really have a solution for it because I was like maybe setting up, but can you get hit by Toxic on the first?
I deserve
Pokemon?
that loss. I got my butt kicked by Karen. Note to self, don't set up on Umbreon.
Yeah, because Sand Attack, right?
Oh yeah, plus Confuse Ray.
Yep.
Yeah, you're better just doing the full...
Interesting.
What the... Dude, it is so annoying when you keep missing moves on Gengar and it uses Spite.
I would actually consider that helpful because it's not damaging you.
Why? Yeah, but when you're paralyzed, it makes you run out of moves.
I see absolutely no downside to this. I think you're just crying. You're complaining. You got
Weren't you
a
the
free
one-
turn
Weren't you
and you're
weren't you the one
complaining about
crying
it.
about Koga?
Okay. If it had used Nightshade, would you have felt better?
Honestly, yes, because at least it would have been a quick loss.
Okay, well now you're just okay. See, there
I'd
you
rather
go.
have a-
There it is, the quick
I'd
loss.
rather have a quick loss than a long, painful one.
but
That's
you,
fair.
but you see my point. Like you're complaining
I
about
mean,
something
yeah,
that
like,
was
if I w-
relatively a
see,
good thing.
I mean, Spite would be fine if I wasn't paralyzed and not moving. Like I was paralyzed. That's what made it so bad.
I understand, but I'm just saying your argument is this thing that was good happened to me and now I'm bummed.
Whatever.
But you see my point.
Not really, no.
This good thing that happened to me, he used Spite on a move that has way more than 5 PP, essentially,
Oh,
happened
yeah.
to me. And now I'm complaining
Well,
about it.
I didn't use an elixir before Karen, so I was already low on PP.
Ah,
So I guess that could have been avoided. Also, Lance.
Lance is what?
Z.
Yeah, I unfortunately learned Dragon Dance like right before him.
Where's the timer? Hey, Annie, I forgot to turn it up. It's okay, though. I got the Master Ball. We're good. So for the poll, I guess we'll just base it on, like, everyone else's timer. Like, if I finish, like, 30 seconds behind Steve, I can probably guess what time it.
I mean, you're ahead of me.
That's your time right now.
Oh, 55-14. I have not really done any pausing at all.
Me neither. Yeah, this ain't getting under 107.
I mean, I'm about 3 minutes behind in real time, but I am just now in Claire's gym, so I'm gonna be a couple minutes behind on the
Well,
results.
time to try out the rock tunnel strat.
Well, there you go.
It'll give Steve a chance to catch up. I hate this guy. There's this like one guy on like this one route with the bikers. You gotta be hugging the fence completely. If you're one tile north, he sees you.
Yeah, I have faced him at least 2 runs.
Yeah, I hate that guy. Hell up.
All right, now we're gonna do the speedrunner fly technique.
Right.
Where we go east, just get lavender on the map real quick, and then fly back, and then do
Alright,
our
I made it to
normal.
rock tunnel.
What?
It's a good thing I've been practicing.
That's impressive.
I actually learned that there's this one room near the end I really struggle at. I just learned looking at the map there's actually a rock I can, and it lines me up perfectly every time.
Oh, nice.
Now I've got to go back to Saffron and go do Eric. Getting the leftovers. I don't think I'll equip it just yet. Because you really don't need leftovers for the gym leaders. And it just wastes time.
If you say so.
I mean, it wastes time every time, like, you take a little bit of damage, you're like, oh, it healed up with leftovers.
Until you
I'll just
forget
equip...
on blue.
True.
Until you die on blue by like 30 damage.
Oh no, not blue. I should have used...
I'll make sure to tell blue you said that.
Okay, I'm sure he'll care.
What? Blossom, why are you doing this to me? You're wasting so much time. You stood no chance.
I did not know Erica's Tangela had sleep powder. I used one Dragon Dance on it, and it put me to sleep.
Oh, dang.
Aha. What? Espeon
Right,
hit me with
now
sand
for
attack.
Rena.
That's not good.
Yeah, doesn't Espeon know who you are?
Right. But more importantly, Espeon has no defense. How in the world did it survive?
I think it's got decent health.
Clearly. Alright, guys. We're essentially going to do the trainers that Speedrunner just skipped. Him and his superior strat had to skip these.
Right? The main disadvantage is, since I go in that power plant center real early, I have to avoid a center for a longer period of time.
That's not particularly much of an issue on these
Pretty
runs
much,
where we
no.
have a lot of PP.
It just means, like,
So does
I
your
just gotta
strat
make sure I'm
involve actually going in the power plant at some point?
what I go is... What I did go inside the power plant. I had to talk to the guy.
I was just making sure. I was wondering how far behind I was.
So I'm actually going to start doing the thing you do with Misty. I'll talk to Misty up there, fly to Cerulean, fight Misty, grab the part while I'm in, then teleport.
Correct.
Because your strat's pretty much just easier to remember.
It's just, hey, basically, this item's on the way. Just spam A. All right, well, Speed gained 2 trainers on me. Or was it 3? Let's see. It's 3.
Technically, I think it's 1 mandatory, 2 spinners.
Yeah, well, I fought the spinner with the 2 jump pluffs or whatever. Not the jump pluff, the pre-evolution of jump pluff.
Oh yeah. I think going through Rock Tunnel, I think it took me like 20 seconds.
How dare you live, Tangela? How dare you?
Right? Doesn't he know who you are?
Exactly.
The P words try attack burned me. And why did I fight this guy? Why did I talk to him? He's not even a required trainer.
I mean, you know, he gives you the nugget. It's pretty helpful.
It's a bit too late for that nugget.
It's a super helpful nugget. I don't know why you're complaining.
Good thing I got a full restore. Alright. Dang it.
What, you didn't find that nugget super helpful?
Oh, I tried to get the machine part and just ran into a trainer instead.
What?
Oh,
I am so
no.
bad.
You just go
I am so
up,
bad at,
left too. What?
I am so bad at. I'm rusty at movement. I don't know how. I'm the same guy who does Rock Tunnel, but I can't get through a simple gym. And a guy I am.
I don't even know how you do it wrong.
Oh no, you disabled Dragon Dance. Whatever shall I do? Lapras somehow live.
Your mistake cost you. Now I am also on. Oh my god, it used Perish Song.
Nice.
Now
Oh, no,
must one-shot the Quagsire. I did. Whew, close one. If I didn't one-shot that Quagsire, I was dead. Legitimate.
I really need a repel step.
I agree. Because you can't super repel early, it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's my least favorite part of like just how repels work in Gen 2. Because like I can get over having to like open the menu to open the bag to do it again, because later gens you don't have to do that. But not being able to use them early is so frustrating.
Honestly, I kind of liked it in Gen 1 where you could just, it lets, I'm like, yeah, I know I have a repel active, but maybe I want to start it over.
That's how I do it in the cave. In fact, that's part of my strategy. I buy 1 extra super repel, so that way when I'm going through the cave at the end, I could just double repel at the very end to make sure I have 1 spot in my inventory.
Actually, what I do is I buy 5 repels. I used to buy 6, and then when I'm at the Safari Zone, if I still have a repel left, I'll use it, get my cursor to slot 1, and use the bike.
Nice.
I got paralyzed in
Gosh,
turn 1, so
bad.
unfortunately I just lost my lead that I had on speed.
I
no.
forgot the radio card.
Okay, well, lead reestablished because I absolutely got it.
Nice.
So that means my lead was actually bigger than it was. Where are you? Full restore, there you are. Alright, we're about to do the speed skip.
Hey, I'm doing the speed skip. You can't steal my strats.
I lost some time doing a full restore.
I had to too. I got paralyzed by
I tried to super repel early and I lost some steps now. Okay, well, this is just embarrassing for me. Okay, well, we're gonna beat Blaine with just Ice Punch, I guess.
I had to beat him with Dragon Claw.
I don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
M. Tiberius doesn't either.
Nope.
Do you have return still?
I do.
Interesting.
I don't have any of the punches if you're wondering what I got rid of.
That's, yeah, the punches, they have surprisingly outlived their usefulness. I feel bad for keeping them now.
Honestly, the most useful punch this run was Fire Punch.
I agree.
Yeah.
Fire Punch.
This is one of the rare runs you want Fire Punch. I gotta heal up.
Oh my god, that's the first time that's ever happened. Ever. In any Pokemon, that has never happened.
What happened?
Janine's Pokemon survived an attack.
You've gotta be kidding.
Wow.
Every Pokemon.
Actually,
I've played awful Pokemon that one-shot Janine with return. Like, Pokemon with like 35
Yeah.
attack knock out Janine in one hit. Like, what in the world just happened?
Alright, two dragon. I do that. I am so bad at I should not be playing that.
Okay.
Kind of ashamed. Kind of ashamed of myself.
Well,
What
blue is proving to be so easy that I'm gaining health during his battle.
Right?
All I had to do was set up all my dragon dances.
Alright, I got a full I did not need to save for that. I don't know why I did.
knew Gyarados was going to be a problem, so I made sure to fully set up
What made
dragon
you
dance.
think Gyarados would be a problem?
Because I don't have Thunder Punch, that's why.
I mean, what move does it have against you? Hydro Pump?
God, why? Why Beedrill trainer?
I actually skipped him, surprisingly.
So unfair. He was basically just a hyper potion on wheels.
Right? Oh. Hey, a Poliwag. I think I should get the Mount Silver King too, honestly.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Alright, equip leftovers. Use
Oh.
elixir
Interesting.
store. 9K. You guys gonna learn focus energy?
I'll definitely consider it.
It may be the most powerful move we get all game.
Dang it. Hate not moving right once when I click right.
I know. I hate that.
All I want to do is move right one space. Why can't you do me the courtesy?
Alright, he sends in Blastoise second. Okay, that makes sense. It's got Blizzard. Less than half. That is it. Why'd you use Reflect, Espeon? Guess I should have expected. Oh, I'm paralyzed. Oh, and crit bodies. Alright, I know where I messed up.
You just stop all the ghost types coming through. Come on, do it, say it.
No.
Well,
What?
I have
You've
good
got to
news
be.
and bad news. I am a little ways behind you guys, but I am officially fairly farther than I was when you guys beat Red last time we did a first playthrough with Blaziken. So at
Nice.
least I'm closer to your guys' time than I was last stream.
What is going on with Blast? It's for some reason it likes to use turn 1 Blizzard instead of Rain Dance.
This is
Interesting.
very interesting going on right now. I'm at +6 speed, and I am just... Wait, according to my overlay, I should be faster than... Oh, I was paralyzed. Okay, that makes sense.
Great body
That makes a
slam.
lot more sense.
All right, I need to use more rare cans.
Oh,
Alright,
so
I've
that's how
got
I'm doing
3
it.
more.
Okay.
All right, 68. That's as high as I can get. I mean, I
No.
know I'm a dragon
No,
type,
no, no,
but
no,
still,
no.
it likes to use other moves.
Holy crap, I got 2 fully paralyzed in a row at the very end, and if I was a third, I was dead. 111.05.
Oh man,
Nice.
nice.
Okay, the important thing is I won. That's what I feel good about. Well, I won for now.
Honestly, well, you should honestly kind of feel bad about, like, or I should feel bad about this. I'm only 30 seconds behind you right now because I will win this attempt. Yet I feel like I played so horrible.
Oh man, chat. That 55% voted over, and it was over by 1 minute.
Wow.
110. I got 111.
I
Quite
just
frankly,
pressed the
if it was
split key,
six,
even though I don't have lives.
6 seconds faster, it would have been 110. Ah, good job, chat.
All right, 111. I'm gonna guess my first one was 112. I'll just
What's your in-game time? Just
Yep.
look up that real quick.
422.
427. How many? But you don't know how many resets you had.
It was a lot, I can tell you that much.
I had 8. That was not a lot. So you clearly
All
had.
right, I got
The more resets, the lower in-game time usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I get for not turning on live split, but I'm turning it on now. There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna go swap over to you guys and then hit the restroom.
Nice. Okay, let's see. No, I can't use that
I'll
here.
press 2. Oh, I didn't know Chummon was one of your members.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably be. Not worth. Is it worth to get the PP ups at this point? I mean, I feel like our
I've never
our
used
move
PP
pool
up.
is actually
No.
pretty good for that.
Oh, my. There we go. I just feel like I played super, super bad.
Mine was pretty rough too, honestly, but
I mean,
just
this
feel-
was such a strange Pokemon to deal with.
it was really odd. Like it just felt different than I thought it would, but it's really interesting. Like I'm fascinated with. I feel like I chose the right path. Like because I did something pretty similar to what you did. Like I didn't do that ice punch thing that Steve did. So it feels pretty good.
I'm actually gonna change. I'm gonna do a ludicrously weird strategy next run. We're gonna see how it works out.
Yeah, also,
Okay.
I had rest, but I never taught it. I really should have taught rest.
I'm just gonna say
Oh,
I'm gonna go with
for red specifically.
I'm going for
What was that, Steve?
a returnless run.
Really?
I don't think I need it.
Interesting.
Until
Do you
red.
plan on using? Do you plan on using Dragon Dance at all?
I don't think I need it until red.
So I wonder what your physical move of choices would be.
What if I told you
Wait,
there wasn't?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me you're using Curse with Dragon Dance.
No.
That actually would be an interesting strat, though.
actually
I'm
would be.
still gonna use return, but only for one battle.
Oh, when you said returnless, I thought you were gonna skip it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh.
should do.
No. The whole
you're not
run,
skipping it
except for the
entirely.
final
Hmm.
battle, is gonna be returnless.
Oh, I might honestly do the same thing. Like, I think Dragon.
No,
Claw
I
and
put so much
Crunch
thought
is
into it.
enough
Don't copy
coverage.
me. Make your own strategy.
Hey, come on, man. We sure. You literally stole the speedrunners.
What?
on, I can do what I want.
came up with this. I can't wait to see how you how you decide to go about it differently, because I have an interesting moveset that I have planned out for the run.
Is it going to be what M. Tiberius did that one time of Toxic, Fire Blast, some other moves? Wait,
I don't
was that
have
M.
those
Tiberius?
kind of balls.
I don't
No.
think that was me, but that is interesting.
No. Who was that? Was that Austin? No, I don't think it
No.
was Austin.
Austin, I don't think would
It
be
was in
caught
Gen
dead
1.
using Fire Blast.
Hey, he doesn't know what he's missing. Fire Blast is kind of an underrated move. Especially in like Gen 1, for example.
I consider it overrated. I think that it's useless in the entire league.
Where are the people praising Fire Blast like it's one of the better moves?
Fire Blast is useful on Executor only.
Yeah. I mean, it helps if you're using a solo fire type with like no move coverage. It can help with Lorelei, and that is
Basically, the only Pokemon I would ever consider using a fire move in general would be a fire Pokemon, and it would be Flamethrower. If it's not Flamethrower on a fire type Pokemon, fire type moves are usually relatively dead to me, except for Fire Punch, which is basically useful all the way up to Jasmine.
Fire Blast is perfectly rated. I think that might be the better one, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what? Fire Blast is underrated for one of my runs.
What
Basically, you can't do the run without it.
What was it?
Wheezing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Fire Blast is your main attacking move for the league. 8 Fire Blasts. That's what you got.
But it gets Thunderbolt too and Sludge.
Yes.
None of those
Yes. They're both awful. But Fire Blast is your main damaging move.
That's wild.
Yeah, really wild.
I want to say Fire Blast allows you to do 2 shots on Agatha's Pokemon, which still doesn't leave you with enough Fire Blasts if you even hit all 8.
Yeah.
I guess, well, one of them will be Thunderbolt for a Golbat, but still.
So what was the time difference for you guys between this and like Blaziken or Swampert?
These are second playthroughs, but my second Blaziken, and that was the first one. Swampert almost got sub-hour.
It's
Wow.
just that
It's the XP group.
It's the XP group, and it's also just not one-shotting things. That just, it adds up
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, slow XP group with 100 attack. It's kind of like if you're using a medium slow with 60 attack. It's what it feels like.
Yeah. Oops. Right there. That's what I have to do. There we go. And
Kind of find it interesting how you have the badges stack on top of each other and they're not even in.
yeah, I just like felt that it was a quick way to show them so you could kind of see them rather than like completely making the previous like Johto ones disappear entirely.
It
I'm
makes
using
sense.
basically the same exact template from Gen 1.
Yeah,
but
what
Gen
I had
1
to do
obviously has a lot fewer badges.
what I had to do with my template was make my badge sec. I had to get rid of the word badges and make the rectangle twice.
Yeah, and mine
Yeah,
just
that-
uses also twice as much space.
I mean, your overlay was like pre-built with that extra space.
Yeah, mine's pretty cramped, honestly, as far as like just places to put things. Because I still want to, like, for example, the held items, I want to eventually put them on the bottom of the Poke card where there's a little bit of space. Dang it.
I think you should put it like underneath the image, but within that square.
That would make sense too, actually. Because I normally have the vitamins at the bottom. I just haven't done that either. So I also need to include those somewhere.
Vitamins are a little bit less necessary in Gen 2,
they're
but in
not.
Gen 1 it comes up a lot.
I mean, you're literally using Poke Rust. That's kind of your vitamin substitute.
Yeah.
It really is.
And you know what? Even with Pokerust, the run was still not that easy.
I'm wondering if those proteins or calcium helped at all. I think the calcium was probably worth getting. But I mean, I kind of like your strat on just delaying teaching returns. So I don't think I'll even get it.
Before we go further, I want to mention M Tiberius. So there's this strat. The moment you enter Celadon, you immediately take a right and you beeline it for that Pokemon Center that's right by the power plant. Once you go in there and heal, obviously you talk to the power plant manager to get the whole power plant thing started. Then you do you do the center, then the Misty thing, then you defeat Misty, and then you can teleport back to the Pokemon Center.
Oh, gotcha. That's actually really smart.
You can also do it when you go from Goldenrod to the Pseudo Widow Tree, talk to that girl, you can teleport back.
Yeah, because I know that one. I actually had never thought of what am I doing? Doing it there.
It can also help with one little niche thing. If you're going to Mount Silver, but you want to get that rare candy, the rare candy's technically in Kanto, but Mount Silver's in Johto, so you can't fly there. You can just use teleport to get back to that center and save some walking, because those cut trees do respawn when you leave. So you would have to like cut the trees down, get the rare candy, and then cut the trees, or you can just use teleport.
Yeah, I actually just didn't grab that candy. Speed was ahead of me, and I knew that I had to cut time.
I got every candy except Whirl Islands. I had 9 candies.
I also got every candy except Whirl Islands in that one.
Tin Tower.
Oh no, you're right. I didn't do Tin Tower. I don't think it was necessary. You know what was really interesting? I got paralyzed by Pikachu, and I think it was like after 2 Dragon Dances, because that's when it cuts it in half. The next 4 Dragon Dances brought me to 183, and the Espeon has the speed of 180. That's the fastest member of his team. So I still outsped everything despite being paralyzed. The problem happened to be that against, I think, Blastoise, I got fully paralyzed twice. Venusaur, I got fully paralyzed twice. And Charizard got fully paralyzed twice.
Yeah. So yeah, I really should have taught rest for that fight. Like, for some reason, I thought it was too risky to set up on Pikachu, so I would set up on Blastoise instead, which was kind of stupid. I should not have done that.
Yeah,
so
if
I think
anything,
I'll just set up
for me,
4 Dragon Dances.
I want to get
Pikachu
paralyzed like ASAP.
Why do you want to get paralyzed?
The right side is faster than going through the maze.
You have to step. I can never remember if you have to step into the Pokemon Center in Gen 2 to fly, or do you just have to walk through the city?
It's just the city, the text to pop up. Teleport is heal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in Gen 2 for teleport, you only have to walk inside. You don't even need to heal, but in Gen 1, you do have to heal. It's kind of inconsistent.
Yeah, interesting.
Then again, I only ever used teleport for one single Gen 1 run, and that was Shuckle. Because I actually got the TM for teleport, I caught a Clefairy Mount Moon, and now I was able to do all the trainers surrounding Lavender and just teleport back instead of walking. Kind of makes me wish teleport was more useful, because a bunch of Pokemon can learn it. TM's on your way through things, but by the time you get it, you're like 5 minutes away from fly.
Yeah. And like in that, because you can't, can you teleport out of Rock Tunnel actually?
Dig and teleport. Well, I think dig and teleport are mutually exclusive. You can't dig where you can teleport. You can't teleport where you can dig.
See, that makes sense. Because I was about to say, I don't think you can even teleport out of Rock Tunnel. And you have
can't
dig
even
anyway.
teleport
So,
out of.
like,
You know what's annoying? You can't teleport out of buildings. You know that building in Celadon you have to get curse at? If you're on the roof, you can't fly or teleport. You have to go all the way down the stairs again.
Yeah.
That place annoys. It's same thing in Gen 1. If I have to get the EV for Vaporeon as an alternate Surf user, if I have to delay Rival 5.
I would find it a whole heck of a lot less annoying if the doors were all 1 apart. But for some reason, the first door is like 2 apart, and I think the last door is 2 apart.
Yep.
So yeah, I was just choosing to set up Dragon Dances just on the wrong Pokemon.
And that gosh darn TV. I've only ever in recent memory like talked to Curse Guy after talking to the TV. Every time but one.
I've never talked to TV.
The TV deserves attention.
Where am I going? This way.
I think you're going to Oak.
Oh yeah, I forgot to go to Oak. That's where I was going. I'm like, where am I going? I need to go to Mount Silver. I was actually going to Oak. I should have listened to my gut there.
It's okay. I've been there.
Yep.
For some reason, I keep thinking Steve and I have different delays in how we're viewing things, because Steve mentioned you gotta go talk to Oak, and Tiberius didn't fly away for another 3 seconds.
Oh, dude, mine's like 7 seconds behind. I mentioned Oak, and like he was heading left, and like he almost entered the building. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Axu.
Yeah.
At least teleport's very handy in Gen 3, but the problem is Abra are very rare.
Yeah.
I only end up using
that
Abra in
teleport.
Gen 3 runs if I
Nice.
happen to find it while grinding for the first gym. Because if you have to grind hard for the first gym, then you have the best chance to find Abra, and I'll just give it one try. But honestly, the best spot teleport can help you save time is to go from Lava Ridge down to back to Petalburg, but you would have to avoid healing at a center for like gym. Really not worth it.
Yeah.
It's only really useful in speedruns where you can use potions in battle. Or like X items and stuff.
didn't your
Man, my
didn't
what?
your legendary bird race have dramatically different results based on allowing healing items versus not?
Pretty much, yeah, but actually, you know what's been real interesting whenever I did those
What level were
Gen-
you guys
Max,
for red?
I taught all of it.
6. I used all my rare candies to get 68.
Yep.
Because I'm a little short of getting this. I'll only be 67.
That's fine. I
That
don't
should
think
be
the level
fine.
really matters in this one. I think it really matters when you get paralyzed. I think if you were to teach rest, you'd be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually considering in the next run, I'll only get like the Johto rare candies minus Whirl Islands and Tin Tower, and I'll just use them for Sonic.
Yeah.
I might actually try and skip most of the candies.
If you don't have rest, then make sure to just hopefully get paralyzed early.
Yeah, I do have rest actually.
Okay, well then yeah, just set up all of them and then use your rest and then just knock it out and one-shot the whole team.
There's no point for Fire Punch, right? For red.
You
There's
only
just
need the 3
three
moves. Rest, return, Dragon Dance.
That's what I was assuming. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think in my next playthrough, I'll just hold on to Dragon Claw and Crunch most of the run. I won't even bother using Dragon Dance or Burn. I'll probably just I think for my other 4th move, hold on to Fire Punch the whole game. Keep Thunder Punch till you're done with Price, then just get rid of it when you get Dragon Dance.
If Charizard didn't exist, I would have just taught Earthquake.
Honestly, the Charizard being there kind of nerfs Curse
I forgot
Earth.
I had the Mint Berry. I played that badly. I accidentally woke up
You
because I
had-
was still holding the Mint Berry, and then I went back to sleep because I was just expecting
You
to be
had
asleep
the
for a little
Mint
longer.
Berry since 3.
I guess I was still holding the Mint. I forgot. I didn't even give leftovers, but I guess that works.
I don't think it'll matter at this
Also,
point.
Nope.
I think +4 might be the minimum because I remember being at +3 in the Snorlax.
Honestly,
Interesting.
lives-
plus
Oh,
4,
that's got to be
three.
damage rounding. At level 67, it survived, but that might just be damage rounding. I think if you were 68, the Snorlax would have been a one-shot.
Honestly, I
actually-
feel pretty good about that because that was literally like a minute slower than my first Blaziken run.
My
which
first
was a much
charm
easier run.
failed, so I actually was +6 for the whole battle. The problem was I was paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually skip leftovers in Gen 2 and use Mint Berry and Rest Red. That's an interesting strat. No
Yeah.
leftover.
I mean,
I
it's
mean-
an interesting strat for sure. I
That's
guess
a
in a run where you're increasing your speed, it makes perfect sense to do that. But in a run where you're using curse, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're not using curse, there could be an argument for that. But leftovers and curse pair well together.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
not for red in particular. I mean, the increased attack matters, but boy, defense only helps for Snorlax.
I'm gonna set the same over under as last, 107 to 1.
I will probably just go ahead and use your over under, which basically just brings my under from 105 to 107.
You know what's funny? Due to force of habit, I'm always like, what time will I be the champion? But for this, I have to put red.
Interestingly
What was
enough,
your guys' final time, by the way?
A minute slower than Steve.
111.
So I guess
Okay.
mine was 12.
So I was closer in time, actually, than the Blaziken runs this time. That does feel better. I improved definitely some of the routing.
I am definitely going to, like, focus for this one. Not make
Yeah.
so many mistakes.
Same here. I ran into so many additional trainers that I should have
I
just.
ran into a
I've
lot,
already kind of like given up the fact that crystal runs don't go perfectly. Like there are just so
I agree.
many more points of contention.
And
I mean,
when they
you
were
can't
making
just do
Crystal, I know they were just wanting to troll a little bit because of the way they put some of the trainers, like just barely off screen. Like,
I hate
so easy to
people.
run into because you just don't have as much like run up as you do with in Kanto. Like you can see everybody really easily before you're even gonna run into them. But here, people can grab you from like across the screen.
See you in.
That is true. There are a lot more nuances to the game. You just kind of have to know via practice.
Yeah, we can't just do what
Yeah.
Scott does and just mod spinners out of the game.
Yeah.
But what about the Pokemon like, for instance, Ariados, that just like, interestingly enough, it's a fast level up group Pokemon with horrible stats, all right? But if you battle every single trainer in the game, the run actually goes smooth. You just need the training. But if you don't do the training, you are just going to be brick walled over and over again. But if the trainers are just gone, Ariados is screwed. Let's put it this way. I'm pretty sure I arrived to the Elite Four at like level 65 or 70. It was really up there. Fast level up group, all Pokemon is a lot.
All right, you two ready?
Oh, yeah.
Here. Yep. Ready when you are.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. It's okay. I remembered live.
All right.
Yep. I'm Tiberius. You can name yourself guest.
I actually decided to name myself MT like I do in my runs. Just, I don't know, felt like it today for some reason.
Hello, MBF.
Haha, I told Elm yes this time. Progress.
I don't
I
know
know-
why you keep doing that. He's a weirdo.
I
He's always just
I'm
asking
so used
kids
to
like,
this,
"Hey, you want my phone number?"
yeah. I'm so used to just turboing B instead of A for Kanto,
Right?
but really it's just better to turbo A in Johto.
Well,
Always turbo day. I've
No,
never had that issue. I always
turbo
A
B-
almost everywhere.
I turbo B on almost everyone. I just have to memorize which people not to. See, it's a lot easier to remember the Elm one now that I just like kind of remember because Elm actually moves out of the way and you won't talk to him again.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just
That's what it
I
is, like-
spam A at every opportunity. That's why like I've always had problems talking to Headbutt trees if I teach Headbutt.
That's just a difference in playstyle, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just because I have my turbo A on the left trigger and I guess I'm just always pressing it on that. Although during
Interesting.
battles
I have my turbo buttons
during-
on the X and Y buttons on my controller.
I used to have them there. I hate them being I have the on my Xbox controller. I have the Y button as my start button,
Uh-huh.
just because like in newer games you would press like on the DS you would press that button to like press start.
Yeah.
It was just easier for me to remember. Plus, it's like right next to the A button.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Man, you got a
Just
lot
plays
less
style, I
encounters.
I got way less encounters this time. I didn't get any encounters until the grass right before Mr. Pokemon's house. I got that far.
Speed got so many less encounters. Like he's like all a minute ahead of me already.
Dang.
I know. Like I just realized this. I'm at youngster Joey right now. I think I've only had 5 encounters across all the routes.
Bruh, I had 5 encounters before I even hit Violet that first city for the first time.
Fairy Grove? Yeah.
Yeah. It way more than 5. I just got 3 in the first grass just now.
Sounds like a normal Monday.
Yep.
Haven't found a Bellsprout yet though.
Neither have
Well,
I.
I guess I'm getting Oddish. All right, I'm actually fine with getting Oddish because that means there's a chance of side up. Like getting the side up means you don't need Krabby and you don't need Dratini, so you actually say.
It is true, but I'm
that's
telling
really
you,
nice.
Psyduck is the biggest Pokeball sink you've ever seen. I had
stuff.
16 Pokeballs and it took 12.
The good
Really
news is
annoying
it
how in
seems
the Gen
like-
2 run you just can't damage them a little bit because you're too high of a level.
Yeah. It
I can
seems
always
like you might
damage
have a chance if you encountered the Psyduck early enough that you might be able to damage it a little. Because I was able to damage the Krabby actually.
Well, the
bit
Krabby
when
has
I got
very
it.
high defense. I don't mind using a physical move on it, but like,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't bother.
what is Krabby's base defense? Like 80 or 90?
Wait,
It's
so
really
you guys
high.
actually attacked
high.
Krabby?
I do it just one time to guarantee the lure ball because I've had runs where I've run out of Pokeballs on him.
Yeah.
I just don't want to risk it. I only do it with physical moves though, and if my physical attack's not that good. Like I think I still had Vice Grip
Yeah.
because I forgot. Actually, I might go get that. Ooh, Gaslight. I might actually go get that Great Ball.
I always grab the
where
Great
was it
Ball
again?
every run.
Oh wait, I know where.
The second Great Ball is the questionable one.
Is it in
No,
the
it's-
one in the? Ooh,
There's
Bellsprout.
one in the grass north of Whooper guy. Or-
Yeah. That one's much more out of the way.
Yes, I agree. That one's the one that's very questionable to get.
Hello, Shally. On my
I,
way to the
I
Great
used to
Ball,
just,
I actually on my way to the-
buy Great Balls at that mart just in case when I stopped for
actually quit doing
Sure,
that when I
Balls.
realized Kurt gave a lure ball.
yeah. The lure ball works way better anyway, so it's just it's the better way to go for sure.
It's one of the few apricorn balls that actually works.
Yeah.
So, where are you guys at?
Super Potion.
I mean,
I'm
I'm in
in,
Falconer's
Whoop-
gym, but
Whooper guy
paused
can
for just a
see
moment.
you that far away. So you know the
You'd
first
be
spot you can
surprised.
go down, he can see you.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
That's never happened as far as I know. Normally it's just, hey, you got to hit that down, that first down. I didn't realize his sight was that good.
We need to
They all
pause
have
my game.
great eyesight.
I have my game paused. I'm just making sure my stats didn't.
I just had 3 encounters and 4 spaces.
Dang.
Okay, they didn't. All right. Zooming. For some reason, I thought Pokerus wasn't active because I still had 10 in all my vitamins, but then again, I am level 10, so I don't have much stat XP yet. I think I went effectively minimum battles.
Nice.
Poison gas. Uh-oh. I
No!
deserve that.
Forgot to talk to Kurt. Oh, so stupid.
Talking about the lure ball.
No, in general. Forgot to talk to him the first time. Bro, you're like 5 trainers
no.
ahead. I told you, you're like a whole minute ahead. That's how few encounters you had.
I was wondering like how you caught up to me because I thought
You're
you were trying to talk to
4
Kurt the lure
trainers
ball.
ahead.
Well, how's that my fault?
It's not. It's just a game.
Mm.
You better do him proud. Quite frankly, you're on record pace.
I don't think I'd say that. There is Swamp.
What? No,
Plus,
I
I had
meant
one reset on the coughing guy.
record Regidrago pace.
Also, I used Ancient Power on Paris, and I actually got the Omni Boost.
Oh, nice.
Not like it helped.
I don't go that way anymore. I am
I was
always
actually
go right.
able to get it on the first attempt at Bugsy because the Kakuna survived just barely.
I always go
Well,
right
I don't really
now
care.
in Bugsy's gym.
I can't break the habit. I know it's riskier because of the Paris, but I really don't care. It rarely ever paralyzes.
Yeah.
Man, I've effectively gone minimum battles. The Scyther wasn't a one-shot with Ancient Power.
Really?
Right? Got it.
What level
Go.
were you at when you fought Scyther?
14.
Oh,
Oh,
dang.
come
I
on.
might be on track to do that too.
Oh, that's so ridiculous. I got poisoned on like the very first Weedle.
Oof.
Oh no.
I
Now,
think I forgot the lure ball.
now there's actually... Oh, well, I guess I did save all my ancient powers. Holy crap, Metapod survives ancient power.
I just used Bite on everything except Scyther.
Well, I didn't have that luxury. I've been poisoned.
Oh no, poison.
Now you see my
Yeah. Well, it was on the Bayleaf and I had a full heal. And since I found the Bellsprout last minute, I don't need to bother looking for Psyduck.
Oh, come on, Bayleaf. You've poisoned me too. So be it.
You know something that's funny? I was watching Scott's, I think it's Mr. Mime crystal video he just released.
Uh-huh.
The Psyduck kept breaking out of his Pokeball for the first playthrough, so he actually went to get the Good Rod to get the Krabby, and then the Krabby somehow killed him.
Oh,
Really?
come on. Psyduck survived. Or died. Sorry, Psyduck died.
Oh, you actually found the Psyduck?
First try.
Is that because you didn't have a cut user, or did you forget to repel?
What? No, I don't have a cut user. Oh,
Oh.
come on. I'm not going to have any Pokeballs left for Krabby. Come on, Oddish. Don't do this to me.
Remember, Steve, 50%. Not really.
Dude,
Yup.
the catch rate on this Oddish is usually like the first Pokeball. I didn't get it.
Uh-oh.
I
+1 haircut.
this is gonna be such a slaughter. I'm just getting bad RNG now. I have to go waste money on Pokeballs now. Now I don't even get...
I actually need to get... I was about to use a repel. I need to get an Oddish, so I shouldn't do that. There we go.
Alright, so...
Come on, Oddish. There we go.
I can't even progress until I catch... Like,
Are you
I
still
don't
just
want to
looking for
catch this.
Oddish?
I just saw a Psyduck and I had to run away because I have to catch the
Yeah,
Oddish.
Yep.
I don't have any Pokeballs remaining. Got 12 Pokeballs right now, and they're just all with Oddish's name on it. Bro, it's 50%. This is like the fourth Pokemon I haven't seen it. Okay.
Let me guess. Venonat.
Venomat. That's so many Psyducks.
That is
Really?
painful. Psyduck is taunting you, man. He's like, you know you want me.
This run has gone so poorly. I would even contemplate like starting over.
Wow. That bad, huh?
I've wasted over a minute and a half here in the forest for no reason other to catch a Pokemon that, quite frankly, should go in one ball.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to. It's only 12 minutes.
Yeah, you could, honestly.
I'll probably just end up using my first time.
That's fair.
Would you be upset if this run somehow ends up being faster and you can't?
It won't. Everything has already gone so poorly. And it's not like my strategy is like a big time saver. It's more of a convenience saver for me than a time saver.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I remembered the Abra this time. Oh, no. Get out. I almost went to the department store to go get the punches, but I had to stop myself.
Primer guy poisoned me.
Good thing this game is generous on full heals.
This is just embarrassing. This is just one of the weirdest, most inconvenient runs I've ever had.
Oh, man.
Dragon Breath paralyzed Mill.
I'm gonna die to Magnemite guy.
Honestly, I really should have considered skipping him just because he's not one-shots.
I guess I'll have to use my super potion. Okay.
I mean, I feel like my run is going much better than last time, but it's just that getting warmed up again in Crystal thing, I think, where it's like now, based on the last one, now I know where all the trainers are that I ran into last time. So now it's better. I had to go through all of the bad trainer encounters the first time to make this one better.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still pretty rusty.
I don't know. When I started Crystal again, it felt like riding a bike. I just got right back onto it. After the second run, I was like already back to where I was.
Well, it usually takes me a few more tries.
I just made a very bad call. I went to go. I know I didn't have enough friendship for return.
I didn't have enough.
I was like, I'll just grab the punches right now because I need those for Jasmine anyway. And then I didn't have quite enough money anyway for the punches.
I didn't have enough money for Abra.
Oh no.
That actually happened to me in the first run. That's why I said my first run went so bad.
Oh boy, that's funny.
I think that happened in the last run because I actually bought the TMs first before the Abra. Broke
Yeah,
ass.
I did too. I'm actually battling Whitney in order to get the money for the Abra.
Oh. I had to reset at Whitney.
I did.
I was just barely not able to knock out the mill tank before it hit the bigger rollout, and then it got me.
I did extraordinarily early, Whitney. I haven't even talked to the girl the first time yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I had to
want
get.
to do it
I had to have the Abra first. Otherwise, I'm gonna waste like a whole another 30 seconds walking back.
That's true.
Well, I had to fight the Magnemite on this rival's team without Fire Punch. I also just realized that means I'm gonna have to do Chuck without Thunder. I think it's completely doable because I don't think Steve had any problems.
I already told you I four-shot it's not hard until he hits you with hypnosis. Then it becomes hard.
So you think I should grab the mint berry?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I'll probably should do that for safety.
He hits you with hypnosis pretty often.
Yeah, I added the I gave the mint berry for Morty and Chuck, and then I just apparently held it for the rest of the game until red instead of leftovers by accident. But it is really useful for those two for this because you won't one-shot either of them, either the Gengar or the Poliwrath. It doesn't seem like.
I wonder if anybody's ever timed if it's faster to go through the grass instead of the Poke Park.
I don't know. I can tell you the park is faster because there's a mandatory trainer.
Yeah, I mean, I know about the mandatory trainer, but they have like 2 Pokemon.
I
usually fight him.
walking
Honestly.
through
I don't go through the park. Is it actually faster to go through the park?
I mean, it is. It's always faster to go through the park, but
Well,
it's
technically going through the park, there's no mandatory trainers because you can. I think you can skip the cycle.
this is not
Cycle
happening.
thinking.
This is not happening. No, this
no,
is
wake
not
up.
happening.
Wake up.
Okay, drowsy
Oh.
guy, which apparently is not drowsy standard. I thought he was drowsy giraffe guy, but apparently he's just drowsy guy. It must be a gold silver
Oh.
thing.
Maybe.
He put me to sleep and he hit me with 4 consecutive dream eaters, and then I was down to 30 HP before I woke up.
Dang it. Dumb Corsola. At least Corsola has a cool shine.
It does. I
Yeah.
actually really like it shiny.
Nice baby blue.
I really like Umbreons too.
Oh yeah,
It
Umbreons
is
are so
really-
good.
Yeah.
I hate
Oh.
how these kimono girls, their first attack is almost defaultly sand attack.
Right. Oh, I actually remember learning this from Scott. If you pick up the mint berry for Chuck, do not equip it until Chuck, because there are some trainers in the lighthouse that can put you.
Yes, the first
And then
trainer,
you'll
the
wait.
Noctowl, can easily do it to you.
Yeah. So yeah, at least wait till after the Noctowl.
Makes sense.
I just said no to the fisherman guy. Like, hey, do you like to fish? No.
I've made fun of him last run for me doing that. By the way,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but the first time you enter the burnt tower, Morty's right there to the right of Eswine.
I actually knew that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mainly from the remakes, because you can actually tell that's.
I mean, he's got like a headband. Like, Morty's one of the most noticeable guys in here. Like, he's got one of the most unique sprites in the game, quite frankly.
True. I am making some pretty good time despite that one reset.
I mean, I'm making decent time despite all the setbacks.
Yeah.
Hey, just think about it. Later in the run, I'll get the bad luck. I'll get 5 resets on Karen and you'll first try her.
That's just not happening. If anything, it's Koga. You're going to get the resets on Koga because you first tried him and I 4th tried him.
What'd you do on Karen then?
First try easily, like she wasn't even a little difficult.
Did you never get hit with Sand Attacker?
I got hit by Sand Attack, yeah.
I actually wonder if the 4-time speed is making me hit this spinner more often. Like, I went straight down and he still saw
I just wasn't paralyzed, so everything kind of just died. Even when I missed, it's like, hey, I got another turn, okay. She wasn't particularly hard. Now, you probably think that Koga wasn't hard, and I can tell you right now, that's because you didn't miss anything. What, you missed even one move? Like, first of all, I don't know what in the world you did against Venomoth. Venomoth survives a hit every single time. And then it always uses Toxic every single time. And then essentially you have to one-shot, or well, sorry, you have to hit every single move. If you miss even one double team, you're dead.
Oh.
I mean,
Also, little
I didn't
tip.
have a restart on him either, but maybe I just got super lucky. I don't know.
Little tip. Hold on. If you get the mint berry in the field with all the mill tanks, you can find another.
Wait, there's a second one?
Third one, actually.
Really?
There's 3 nuggets I like to pick up before buying vitamins. Rocket
Right.
Hideout, the one by the rare candy. I don't really grab the mill tank one that much unless I have to get the berry in, which I rarely do. Uh-oh, I really should have saved for these 2. Oh no, this isn't...
This run just
Come
gets
on,
more and more
Hitmonchan.
embarrassing as time goes on.
Come on, Hitman.
I
Be bad.
I've
Fire.
lost a Morty twice because I don't have bite.
Oh no, I don't have bite either. I should have thought of that.
How do
That-
none of you have bite?
I taught all the
Well, I
punches.
taught the punches already.
Oh, what? Steve, I was doing the strat you talked about. I delayed all the punches till after Chuck. Were you trying to set me up?
What? No, I literally told you I'm not using return until the end of the game, which allowed me to get the punches early. I'm not going to use
But you
return
told
until the
me-
final battle. I literally said that.
I know, but you told me that you
And this
weren't even gonna
allowed
go
me to
the
do my
department
one
store.
trip to the mart early.
But I thought you said you weren't in the first run. You didn't make your one trip to the store until after Chuck, which meant you
That
didn't
is
have
true.
the punches.
That is exactly what I did do.
And I thought you were gonna do it again.
And I regretted it.
I hate you.
Did I say it was a good thing? I just said that's what I did.
You're bragging about it, I guess.
Right. And you know what? Hook, line, and sinker. Not that it matters. This run's losing the first run no matter what. There's absolutely no chance.
Oh. I deserve that reset. I need to go heal. I was low on HP for Chuck, and I had no potions, so I'm like, you know what? I'll be fine.
If I don't
But
first...
no, I wasn't fine.
Okay, I was going to say, I got Krabby down to orange health and frozen. If that doesn't constitute a first try Krabby, I don't know what does.
First try.
Yeah.
You know, fun fact, due to a glitch, poison, burn, and paralysis increases your catch rate by 0.
Really?
Yeah, only sleep and frozen actually raise your catch rate in the game.
But in Gen
Good to know.
1, sleep is just an extra 30% across the board, even against legendaries.
Yeah, it's not even a multiplier. It adds percentage. So, like, you can go from, like, 1% to 21%. It was just that.
I didn't know it worked that way.
Yep.
I only knew that because I remember I was trying to plan for my no XP run, and I knew I wanted to catch them. So I was, like, I was using a catch calculator to see if it was feasible. I'm like, huh, if I catch an Oddish with sleep powder, put it to sleep, I have a 1 in 5 chance with a Great Ball.
There you go. Nice.
I really wish that video did better too. I thought it was such a cool challenge, but it got like no viewers. I mean, it was an old video still. Gotta get the Steve full restore.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, heal up just in case. Okay.
Don't forget to tell Lance. Oh,
Look at this guy talk about Lance. Meanwhile, we're not even at Chuck yet.
Nope. We're not at Chuck. I'm not at Chuck. I'm headed there though, at least.
Yeah, I'm headed there.
Almost there.
you know, for some reason I keep thinking Regidrago's part. I keep trying to. I keep thinking Crunch is better than Dragon Breath, which it technically isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I should have gone to the department store after. Oh, well. Oh, well. Magnemite guy will be just fine. He doesn't.
Interesting. You must have random AI if I ever seen it. So the Hitmonchan used Fire Punch and Thunder Punch.
He used 2 fire punches for me.
He could have used 2 Ice Punches if he was smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the AI in this game can't tell what type matchups are. I don't know what the black belt specifically
AKA
have.
random AI.
Yep.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's not like they're truly random AI. There's like some things it knows, but some things it doesn't.
I had headbutt when I fought those first 2 trainers in Chuck's gym, and that made it feel way better than when I had all special moves.
Honestly, Diamond and Pearl have Bruno AI.
I mean, you actually want to
Yeah.
use physical moves on basically every trainer in Chuck's gym.
Yeah, pretty much, except for what's his name with the rock sliding Machoke.
The
His Pokemon
Machoke
are all a
guy.
little bit weaker, especially than physically.
Yeah, if I
I mean,
if
my
I
moveset's
taught
all. Oh,
if I taught the punches in a different order instead of just teaching them all at once, this would be a very, very different run.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's clearly an order. I just have to plan it out ahead of time. I was just too lazy to do that.
I'm actually gonna plan my shopping trip a bit different.
It's okay. You're only fighting against yourself.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna go take a
Holy
5-minute
shit,
break. I'll
that's
be right
an
back.
Entei. Let's throw a Pokeball.
Yes.
Not even one. Not even one. Oh, by the way.
Yeah, that's the unofficial.
That was
Oh,
with the Super
no.
Repel.
That's how
made
you
a
know it was the.
grave mistake. I didn't get Kenya. Oh
Oof.
no. I hate it.
Yeah, it's the unwritten rule. If you encounter Raikou or Entei in these runs, you're legally obligated to throw a Pokeball at it.
Yep.
If you have one. Sometimes I have none after Krabby.
Well, in that case, you gotta throw a Burn Heal at it.
You know, you just have to attack it while it flees.
Actually, whose great idea was it to recommend you need Mean Look for those guys because it prevents them from running away, but they also have Roar? Whose idea was that?
Alright, so far, if I were to pick an order, I
no.
think it's Thunder Punch first, then you want to teach Fire Punch when you get to Jasmine, and then you teach Ice Punch when you get to Lance. I think that, if I were to replay the run, that would be the order.
I always forget to use another swim.
But it's okay, we'll just
I made
finish.
some grave mistakes in the middle. I was keeping pace with Steve for a minute there. I got to go all the way back for Kenya now, though. That feels terrible.
I'm sorry.
There's really not like an easier option, really, at this point. I guess if I get lucky and encounter a flyer.
Fire Punch. Wrong floor.
Because if you would have taught the order of Thunder, Fire, Ice, you would have had Bite still for that other battle. And
Yeah.
you'd still have a physical move for some of Chuck's Pokemon. Like, it would have been a very different game if I had done everything in order. Also, I think Headbutt was kind of, like, necessary. Like kind of mandatory.
It really was helpful, honestly.
It would have been very helpful if I had Headbutt for, like, the Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
It also was a guaranteed 2-hit on Primeape, Chuck's Primeape. I don't know what Dragon Breath would have been, but it worked
Yeah.
out perfectly.
Well, fighting types have actually so much lower regular defense in Gen 2, whereas in Gen 1 they had low everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot the Tucked Eradicate guy. Ho ho ho.
What a guy. Oh, pass. Right.
Yes, not all of us can be that far ahead.
I am not sorry.
I don't know, what do you call it? In sports, we have a term for this called blowout. That's what this is.
Yeah.
It started out, you just, I mean, if you watch any basketball, you've probably heard of the 3-pointer, right?
Yeah.
Speed got big by having essentially like, I don't know, 5 encounters early on when I had like 25. He essentially chucked up 5 threes, hit them all, and I missed all 5, and he started with a 15-0 lead.
Mm.
And then at this point, I'm just, I'm trucking up whatever threes I can, and unfortunately, I've been missing a lot of them.
Yep.
Some of them are just luck based, like the Psyduck and the Oddish there, and then it causes you to do further problems. Like when you got when you're back so far ahead or so far, you start making cuts from your run that you really shouldn't have.
Yeah, or it gets in your head too. Sometimes it happens to me. I'm like, I gotta go faster and faster, and then I just start forgetting stuff.
Right, like my last run, speed was already at red, so I'm like, okay, well, you know what? We're cutting that final candy.
Yep.
And you know what? It was the difference.
Well, I did have like 5 resets on red.
Yeah, and you know what? I had all of those on Koga. You want some sympathy?
Yes.
You want some sympathy for resets that I got on a different trainer?
Yes. You gotta be.
Boy.
Man, I am so glad this game gives you like 5 million full heals.
Shelter
Some
Cloister
random
guy.
rocket runs. Some random rocket runs.
Boy, this whole gym is way different with Thunder Punch. So much less of a slog.
Oh, it
Actually,
Price.
Oh, price.
I actually never got Thunder Punch. I only picked up Fire. Dugong was just the 3-shot.
All 3
I was
punches.
at full health.
I think all 3 punches are useful. I think Ice Punch is only useful at Lance, so therefore that one should just be taught last.
Honestly, I never even bothered getting it at all.
No, I didn't get it either. Like especially
Dragon
after that.
Claw.
How that last one went, I don't think I need it.
I couldn't have Dragon Claw because I had leveled up to 48 like right before Lance. I had to teach over Dragon Claw, otherwise I wouldn't have 2 punches and return.
Well, Fire Punch isn't useful after the league.
It ended up being a mistake. I'm not saying it was a good play.
Yeah.
Actually, was there any spot in Kanto Fire Punch would have helped? I don't.
I mean, I used Fire Punch on Erica just because I still had it. I just happened to have it, but it's not useful. It's not necessary.
In hindsight, I really should have started over.
Well, too late for that now.
Is it too late? Remember that other run that I restarted an hour in?
Well, Steve, you weren't racing other people.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like starting over during a race due to bad luck feels like out of the spirit. But if it's early on, we really don't care.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you have to catch Sandshrew, and then not only do you not catch Sandshrew, you like run out of balls. Like then you know the run just was over. Like immediately you knew the run was over.
I mean, I think I only ever started over. It was one of the races we did. I think it was with Ike. It was mainly from player error. Like I was messing up so bad, like 25 resets by the second gym, and you just advised me to start over.
Yeah.
Because it was just way too bad.
I mean, this was advice that you gave me and Van Man for the Parasect race, that our run had the highest ceiling of all the runs, but it had so much luck that it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Like we made so many cuts in the run where if everything had gone perfectly, the run was clearly going to win. But it just never happened.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, both Speed and Scott had runs where like you did a whole bunch of extra training in Mount Moon, and like you arrived to much higher levels for certain other trainers, which reduced like the luck that we just accepted. God, this Dragon Claw is really, really annoying because it's on my moveset, but it's not. So now it throws off my whole.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, man, all you need is Fire Punch.
I just have to remember that Dragon Claw is first, so the order my moveset is in is actually one down. I'm mainly concerned about PP though.
Yeah.
Krabby in the Japanese version is Crab. Hey, they liked keeping simple nicknames.
Yep.
But then
I mean,
again, they didn't just say the word crab. They said something that sounded Japanesey. But to them, it just meant a simple. I actually remember looking up like different translations for different Pokemon names. Apparently, Pikachu is actually the same in every language except. It's one of the few Pokemon that's the same in almost every language.
That's fascinating.
Because it's that iconic.
That's true.
I think in Korea, they just changed the spelling.
There's a channel I like watching called Did You Know Gaming, and I love watching their Mario and their Pokemon videos the most. And like the amount of stuff that I hear about different like Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokemon games, but different languages is hilarious. So like,
oh really?
If you apparently speak German, like the German version of Pokemon is clearly the funniest because all the Pokemon names are like hilarious. The German translator gave no shits when he named them.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that for sure. One of my he's one of the loyal viewers, but only during the morning. He lives in Austria, so he speaks German. He would talk all about the like what the moves were called. Actually, something that was really confusing. He would call them by their German names written in English. So he'd mention like
that's really convenient for you.
Yeah, like he'll mention a Pokemon called Swalelord, and I'm like, "What's a Swalelord?" And he's like, "Oh, I meant Quagsire." That's literally what he does. He actually traded me in Scarlet and Violet. He actually traded me a Max IV'd Clodsire, but it's still German, so its name is Swalelord. Swalelord the Clodsire. Damn, Tiberius, your dogs want.
Yep.
I had an alarm just now to pay off
in the background again.
Pay off my credit card.
Oh man, you better go do that. You better stop the race and go pay your credit card.
You can even just leave the timer running.
Well, so the way credit cards work is really, really annoying. It's like, hey, don't pay if you know, it's okay. You don't have to pay it off for like this whole entire period of the month. And then like if you miss the due date, it's like pay now. And the option is if you don't pay now, and it doesn't even matter if it's like, I kid you not, it does not matter if it's $1. They will lower your credit score by 30 whole points. And 30 points is a lot of points when it comes to credit.
Yeah, it is.
I kid you not. I once did not pay off $9, and my credit score was 30 points lower for an entire year.
Dang.
How did that affect you? Did you like?
I mean, my credit score is extremely high. I don't have debt, so it's not as big of a deal for me. But boy, imagine if I had like things that I wanted to purchase.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I mean, normal people buy cars and stuff, but I buy used cars, so mine's already paid for. And then, like, you know, imagine if you needed like a house, like.
Most normal people right now aren't buying houses. I can tell you that much.
Well, more like getting approved, like a mortgage for a house. You know, you're not getting approved.
Maybe getting approved for a loan. Yeah. Like a loan of any kind.
Right.
Bogsire would have been a better name. That would have been a better name, honestly. Clodsire.
I could do it. I could
So
live.
Steve, where are you at?
The final executive, and I went into him paralyzed. I'm like, I can beat this guy with paralyzed. It's just one trainer.
I'm actually about to fight Claire.
Yay.
Nice.
Where's my sympathy?
Boy, it's like going against a guy that somehow managed to get like 3 encounters in Mount Moon. It's just like your game to lose.
Well, you did have to spend like 3 minutes in the forest. Honestly, I think that was...
Yes, but regardless, even if I was playing like at the perfect pace, I'd still be behind you unless you messed up somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be behind, but like not as much. Maybe like right now you'd be like leaving the cave or something.
I'm almost 3/4 of the way through the cave.
Oh, nice. Maybe we'll bump into each other and
Okay,
say hi.
maybe
catch up
3/4
over
was,
a cup of tea.
was too much. Okay, halfway. I'm almost in Boulder Room.
Actually, when I was in that cave, I actually messed up. I actually went down the wrong hole by accident.
Interesting. So you know about the never melt ice now?
I've always known the never ice.
Yeah, but the location.
I actually... Oh. Location. Yeah, I know where it is. I knew it was in there, but for a while I never knew where.
That's fair. There's not a lot of great ice moves that really call for it in Gen 2, honestly. Except for maybe, I guess, Ice Punch?
Part of me wonders if you can escape rope from within the Dragon Den.
You can.
Yeah,
Wait,
can.
what have you been doing?
No, like inside the house, like you don't have to talk to
Oh.
Claire.
But then you wouldn't have the max elixir.
I only get the one. I don't really bother getting the others.
Oh, I
feel like
always
one's
get
I
enough.
don't either.
I always get both.
I just get the one by the whirlpool because it's right there.
God, look at this guy. He's already in Kanto.
What the?
Dang.
Did you know you can encounter something on the waterfall?
Yes, actually, I did. It's happened to me before.
Huh. I don't think I've had that happen to me.
It doesn't happen if you're using it. You have to be going up and down while not trying to use it.
I
Like,
mean, to
keep
be
getting pushed
fair,
down.
this seems like it's kind of common knowledge if you think about it. I mean, like it's like saying, hey, did you know if you use dive in Gen 3, you can still get encounters? Like that's what I equate it to. It's the same. It's just another mechanic. Why wouldn't you get encounters?
Well, when you dive underwater, there's a bunch of seaweed that's meant to be grass.
Ah, yes, you're right. An indicator that.
Visual cue, yeah.
By the way, did you know waterfalls are made of water?
Did you know
Was
water
that was
isn't
that
actually
was that
wet?
not an indicator to you?
Did you know water's not actually wet?
What? What is it? Solid?
When something's wet, it means it's covered in water. You can't cover water in water.
I think there's a lot of hillbillies that would disagree.
Is M. Tiberius one of them?
No,
Not me.
but I bet he
Maybe
knows
my
some.
grandparents, though. They live in the boonies.
Interestingly enough, I live so far north that I actually don't have any hillbilly friends. I don't even have one that's like kind of.
Really?
Some might consider me a hillbilly. I don't know. Or half my neighbors are, at least.
Aren't all Americans hillbillies at some point?
I mean, I don't own a truck
Depends on what
or
part of the country.
guns.
Which ones we talking about? I
I'm
don't have
curious
one
if we
yet.
even need the rare candies.
I only just picked up the easy ones.
Well, in general, I'm just curious because I'm thinking, do I even need candies? I mean, my strategy is not going to change whether I'm a higher level
Well,
or not.
I guess it depends if you need the extra HP or defense. Maybe meet a certain range. Maybe just use them for the
Because I
league.
mean,
I don't know.
think about it. I'm gonna outspeed and one shot, and if I use rest, like then I don't like. What's the difference?
If you
Like, if you're
go
set up
far
enough,
enough north, you'll get hillbilly again.
Actually,
probably.
boy, now that I really have talked myself into it, I'm not gonna pick up any more candies.
Steve,
There's
I
no-
one-shot
Good
the
luck.
Venomoth without a crit.
What'd you use?
How was it hard? Fire Punch.
That's bullshit.
At level 46.
I used Fire Punch every single time. I was also
I
46.
think I know why.
I don't know what in the world you did, but I did not one
I
shot
know
it
what I did.
4 times.
I know what I did. I bought 4 calciums.
Yep, that'll do it.
Oh.
The calciums actually mattered. Oh yeah.
It was really close to one shots. I agree. Dang it. Spinners.
Hey, there's the part of life, man. Embrace it.
Okay. I'm so under
Hello,
leveled.
Ron. Just subbed. I see you often doing these. You deserve more attention. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Make sure to check out the other guys too if you want to say hi. See the other end of the race. Dragon. I don't need fire. No, I don't need fire. Get rid of it.
Where am I going?
Man, this thing just does so much hit.
I like how familiar the final cave is. It just feels like Gen 1 cave, but like condensed.
Pretty much.
It really doesn't feel different at all. Like it's the same motion, but just like less spaces.
Oh, this is probably a bad idea. But we'll see if I get lucky. Probably not.
How dare
See.
Meganium survive? What a slap in the face. I don't know how, but somehow you've either had have you had a difficult time at all in the Elite Four? Because I'm like 2 trainers behind you.
I had 1 reset on Karen.
You must have been slacking off somewhere, because I mean you're supposed to have an enormous lead, but you're not that far ahead.
I don't know. Maybe I countered more trainers? I don't know. Oh, dude.
I mean, you can ask yourself that
Come
question. Did you encounter a lot of trainers?
I don't know. I keep getting my butt kicked by the Gengar.
Interesting. Maybe
The Umbreon's always hitting me with Sand Attack.
That's true.
I don't know how you somehow got a first try, Karen.
I found her not even a little difficult, but maybe I should have.
Yeah, you should have had a more
I felt
difficult.
like I got lucky against Gengar, and I think that matters a lot. Like, just
Yeah.
what the Gengar does.
Steve, you should have had a hard time against Karen, but you must have missed Sand Attack. Just saying.
What?
Yeah.
No, Sand Attack absolutely hit me. What the heck? I knocked
lucky
out Venomoth
bastard.
there too. Did I just get 3 bad ranges against Venomoth the first run? That really what
You know
happened?
what? Karen absolutely sucks. I'm using all my rare candies now.
Boy, this Koga battle is extremely different when you're not toxic.
Yeah.
Right?
I take that back.
There
I've
we
been
go.
toxic. It has. Apparently, my overlay doesn't tell me how many. I still lost. Darn. It had
No.
at least 4, maybe 5 double teams.
There we go. Now Claire is done. It just instead of Sand Attack, it actually used a turn 1 Confuse Ray. So I'm by. To save from. I don't need it. Watch me regret it.
Aha, very different when you don't have double team now, is it, Koga?
You know what's funny? On the Gyarados' 3rd turn to attack, it used Flail at full HP and did like 2 damage.
He did that
He
to me
did that to
last
me
time. I thought it was
too.
so weird.
I found that to be incredibly weird.
He sets up the rain and then uses Flail.
Man, Agath, or not Agath, Karen was just so annoying both runs. Kind of makes me wish I successfully backported Hammer Arm.
Yeah.
I would absolutely
Why?
have used Hammer Arm for the one-shot the Umbreon and make it more consistent.
Oh gosh, I have now taught 2 moves that don't show up on my moveset.
Oh, really?
I have now both Dragon Dance and Dragon Claw.
Does like the power points and power show up? Like what's not?
Nothing shows up.
I probably didn't test it. I don't know. I made the ROM like a couple weeks ago, so I probably forgot to test it after I made those changes. I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm not gonna beat her unless I get curse. Okay, well, sorry, I meant crit. Okay, well, I lost to Karen, but that's mostly because I ran out of Dragon Breath. That's my own fault.
Uh-huh.
Impressive. You still have Dragon Breath.
Not Dragon. Dragon Claw.
Oh.
Oh, I must have been sand attacked. Okay.
Yeah, now you're knowing what I was experiencing.
I was like, I just missed 2 ice punches. That's crazy. Oh, fully paralyzed. Come on. Okay, well, 2 resets. I guess the big difference is not being paralyzed, because boy, I get fully paralyzed way more than 30%.
Yeah. Doesn't feel good at all.
It certainly ain't no 30%.
Karen last time.
I just went through Rock Tunnel in like 15 seconds.
You sure it's not 50% in this game?
What's
Paralyzation.
paralysis? It's 25, and apparently it's always been 25.
That's just not true.
It's what the internet
I
says.
understand, but the internet is wrong. It's clearly always been at least 40.
Right?
I always forget the rare candy by Tojo Falls. I'm backtracking to grab it now. That's the one for some reason that always slips my mind. I think it's because I'm already thinking about like the Elite Four and everything by the time I'm there.
So you get the
my
one
brain just-
in Whirl Islands?
Did I get it? No, I didn't get it.
I skipped Whirl Islands and Tin Tower at Johto.
I only
Mount
asked because he
Volcano.
got Flash.
I was planning on getting it if I really needed it. I still got Flash this time, just I guess because I did it last time and I was just defaulting to the same strategy.
Yeah, it's
Bulbapedia
unfortunate that
says-
Speed had
It
to
would've made any
ruin
difference,
Flash for
honestly.
everybody.
Bulbapedia says 25, but Bulbapedia is also an effing liar. Like where it says Thunder is 70%, wrong, it's 85. What kind of crack are you snorting?
No, he's right.
No,
We all
He's
like
right. He's
50%.
absolutely right. It's been 85 forever. Thunder is just as accurate as Fire Blast. Prove me wrong.
Well, I don't know. Like how come you never pick it up in your runs?
There you
Because
go.
it's so far away. I shit you not, I would absolutely use Thunder a lot in my runs if it were on the way.
Don't need heck.
For the same
Thunder is
same
like
reason I use Blizzard
is-
whenever I can. It's
Thunder
higher
is the
damage.
king of,
I only needed to hit once.
Thunder is the king of missing 3 times in a row, then hitting twice. Like that's just the cycle.
I'm not going to disagree, but that's just a Gen 1 quirk. Missing 3 times in a row is a Gen 1 thing. Prove me
I
wrong.
don't know. Like
It's a feature in
in
Gen 1.
in newer games, when I've used like Thunder and Blizzard, they're both 70 supposedly. I feel like Thunder misses more.
No, in general, no matter if your move is 95% accurate or if your move is 85% accurate, 3 misses in a row is like the Gen 1 standard.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
It's just a Pokemon thing. Only with the move Thunder.
Yes.
It doesn't happen with Fire Blast. It doesn't happen with Blizzard. It's only Thunder.
What? No. 3 misses in a row is every non 100% accurate move thing. All of
I'm
them.
telling you,
All of them.
I can only remember one time I missed 3 tackles in a row. One time.
I have missed 3 tackles in a row at least 3 occasions on video. I cannot name the runs. I just know they have happened. Mostly randomizers.
Well, sub hour's not happening with this thing, obviously. Talk to that guy.
Yeah. Any move is capable of missing 3 times in a row. I've had Razor Leaf miss 3 times in a row, and that one feels like it's 99% accurate. Quite frankly, Razor Leaf misses so not often, it really does feel like it's 100. I actually have to constantly check and see that it was 95% and not a Gen 1 miss.
Aw, what do you mean Dratini can't use teleport?
It kind of feels
Also-
like Dratini could almost, just in Gen 1 logic, because so many random ones do.
I don't know if either of you heard it, but I went through Mount Moonstone Rock Tunnel flawlessly. It only took like 15 seconds.
Congrats.
So I'm just gonna keep waiting until I start winning because of it, and then Steve will have to learn it.
No,
He'll have to practice
Nope.
for hours on end.
never.
Gonna do it. I know.
I
That's
can't.
what you.
No.
That's what you said about
No,
the
it's
Gen
not
1
happening.
bike.
No, I kid you
You
not.
said the same thing about
I can
Gen 1 bike.
barely do Rock Tunnel, and that one's easy as shit. I'm not even gonna consider the idea of doing it, considering the alternative is just 3 trainers, 2 trainers sometimes.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry,
if I
it's
keep winning-
not happening.
You said the same thing about Gen 1
It's-
bike, and then you
No,
started
no, no,
doing it.
no, no, no. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. I'm telling you right now, this is different. This is not, oh, I just need to practice. This is, I can't effing see. I can't just bring up an image like I do for Rock Tunnel, which, by the way, still haven't memorized. I have it right here on my other monitor.
Well, on the bright side, I remembered the radio card.
There's a difference between, hey, I just need to practice something versus I literally can't do it.
To yourself.
I don't have the capability of memorizing that. I can't memorize the one room in Rock Tunnel, let alone 4 rooms.
Skipped. Dang spinner. I hate this guy. He just has a single level 34 Meryl. Like, if you're gonna be a spinner, at least have something.
If it were like Gen 1 Rock Tunnel, though, I would.
Where you can see the walls.
Can you mod the walls in to make it look like Gen 1? Like,
Probably not. Probably not. I'd have to completely change how the darkness. I don't think I can do that.
no. You don't. You change how dark rocks look.
I'm not editing like that stuff.
Exactly. And therefore, I'm not doing
The
it.
best thing I could do. The best thing I could do is like take the darkness out, but I feel like that'd be cheating.
Maybe we should get together with every single person we're going to race with and see if everybody else is fine with getting rid of the darkness.
I am not fine with getting rid of it because
Hey,
I
M.
chose to
Tiberius,
learn
how do
this.
you
I'm not
feel
gonna
about
give
getting
all
rid of
these-
the darkness?
No.
M. Tiberius, how do you
Um,
feel about getting rid of the
I mean,
darkness?
If it's like a group race, I feel like it's totally game. I know Speed is very against it.
Yes,
I
I am
just-
against it.
I feel like it's an incredibly annoying thing because it's 4 rooms of darkness.
You don't have to go in there anyway.
Well, you're forcing us to.
Hey, Steve, you just told me no.
I'm not
See,
going to do it. You're still not here. I said no matter what, I'm not doing it. But maybe, just maybe, somebody else might be like, hey, this is an unfair advantage.
Well, guess what? I don't care.
Interesting.
It took me years to learn how to do Rock Tunnel Dark. It took me years to learn. I'm not going to give someone the advantage just because they're not wanting to practice.
Last I checked, it was not years.
Dude, I used to speedrun Pokemon Gold.
Right, but it's not like you were doing it daily.
Well, I was in high school. I couldn't speedrun it daily.
Yeah. But so it's, I don't know. It's probably a bad person statement of me. Like when people say, I missed my loved one every single day. I'm sorry, there have been plenty of days you probably forgot. It just happened. So you probably didn't do it every single day, or even consider doing it every single day.
I probably just have an easier time picturing maps in my head.
Yes.
Because I feel like doing those caves in the dark, like, really isn't that hard for.
It's incredibly hard. I still can't do one room.
I mean, I could just not play Crystal for 2 years and still do Mount Silver at least.
I mean, I genuinely have to respect the grind of just learning it, because I think that earns a little bit of the edge, just all of that practice, to be fair. Because, like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. And besides, Steve and I are I don't know about him, but we're both generally against, like, modding the game to make runs easier, like modding spinners out of the game.
But this is darkness.
I'm not gonna mod the darkness.
We're not physically changing the game play.
We kind of are if you're
No, modding spinners, there could have been spinner battles happening. Darkness, all you're doing is modding out the ability to run into walls.
You're modding out the skill difference, I think, is really the problem.
That's exactly. Okay. I don't know how. You guys distracting me made me mess up Mount Silver.
Oh no, one room of darkness. Whatever shall you do?
I tried to use a rappel, but my cursor was still over escape rope.
I nearly had a heart attack when I didn't do the final darkness room successfully with the map.
Right? Then left over.
Oh, am I really gonna have to defeat Blaine without? Yep.
Great. Man, Thunder with leftovers, it's effectively dealing no damage. I mean, it helps that I resist it, too. Oh, you've got to be. Dude.
No.
Okay, that's it. You're out of here.
I didn't even know that guy existed. Turns out if you go right too much, from Cinnabar, there are trainers there.
There are trainers there.
I didn't know that.
I thought there might have been some. I knew in Gen 1 they were there. I didn't know about this game.
I generally just hug the wall, but I don't know, for some reason I went too far to the right, and like this one guy saw me. I'm like, no, just no. You don't normally exist.
105.31.
Nice.
What's
I think
my
I'm
game?
even closer behind you guys this time.
409.
That's really good. Just because it's such a weird feeling run.
It is, but Dragon Dance with Rest is really good on the Pikachu since you resist Thunder.
Yeah, I feel like the red fight, weirdly enough, is like way better than expected.
It honestly
It's just
was. Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, it just feels a little different, kind of toward the middle part. Like for the Elite Four and stuff.
Already pre-put the.
Ooh, someone just mentioned inputs. Maybe that's a thing I could do.
What do you mean inputs?
I could macro the cave.
But then
That
again,
feels cheap.
when you get in the cave, you'll then have to stop what you're doing and then activate your macro, then unactivate. You may as well just play the whole game on a macro while you're at
That's
it.
literally just like clicking F10. That's not like a thing. Like, who cares? Like, I just
Yeah.
set it to a keybind.
So, third place for Regidrago. About a minute and a half slower than Blaziken, which is honestly impressive for a slow level up Pokemon, but
It really is.
I can effectively guarantee. I think only fast or medium slow can get sub-hour. I don't think any other group can get sub-hour, no matter how good it is.
Yeah.
What's F10 do? I don't know.
Come on, 3 drill. You can't give me a break.
Oh. Both runs, I managed to avoid that guy.
Congrats.
Oh, wrong one. So how's the overlay work for you? Obviously, besides the moves, of course.
Fine.
Oh, if you guys see on his overlay, at the bottom with all the Pokedex, you can now see the levels and current HP of his whole party.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he wanted that prepared for when he does Nuzlocke.
That's super useful. I mean, I had to modify my overlay to like even because at first I had it all built to only show the solo running Pokemon, but because I started doing other challenges, I had to modify it a little bit just to show at least the active Pokemon correctly. But being able to see a whole team is really useful.
All right, everyone. I am going to hop off now, but stick around. You'll all be redirected to M Tiberium.
Now I just need to have the right side show up as the color of my Pokemon that I'm using, and I will be ready, actually.
All right, there you go. You can see it.
So now I can fly. I'm gonna try this thing here. Go. I'm gonna try to teleport back to that Pokemon Center over there. Oh, I need to talk to the guy, right? Do I need to do that first? The rocket?
You don't have to. Oh, what are you talking about?
To actually go into after you go to the power plant, you have to go trigger that rocket.
Yeah, you do.
Firework?
Oh, I was
Okay.
really
Yeah.
scared for a second. You mentioned teleport back, and I'm like, oh my god, he's literally right behind me.
I'm not far behind, honestly, compared to the last run. I'm a whole lot closer than I was before. Like, I think the first run we did with Blaziken, I was over 20 minutes behind that first time. And then this earlier today with Regidrago, I think I was less than 15. Oops. And I think this run, I mean, this one wasn't good because I forgot Kenya. Like,
All right.
that really crushed it, but
I think I've changed my strategy for the dark room in the cave. When I go down, that final down over the staircase, I have accepted that I'm going to go left first. Left,
Yeah.
up,
Huh.
right.
Why does? I just realized your overlay has the map for Silver Cave by the Safari Zone. Huh. That's off the...
Interesting.
I'm telling you, like, that map has been a huge pain in the butt. I've had to change map location, that game hook mapper, just to make that map function.
really?
Oh, no. Yeah. Like, what was so dumb, like, you know how there's, like, Route 1, right? There's Route
Uh-huh.
10, 11, 12.
Holy crap.
For some reason, like, if you're in Route 1, it shows Route 1. But if you're in Route 10, it still shows Route 1. It sees the 1, and it's like, alright, then Route 1, but it ignores the 0.
Dude, that Snorlax just survived a +6 return.
Really?
I actually had to get to +5, but I was level 6.
Okay, well, I was 20 seconds behind. I was playing the whole second run casually.
That would explain your higher game time.
What? I think it's only 2
I got-
minutes higher, right?
My game time was 4:09.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the run was super casual. I barely tried.
I like, dude, on Crystal, you need to lower what you consider to be good items. You got too many good ones.
No, that's fine.
All right. Hey, I voted over 110 first time, so oh, I guess I forgot to vote.
Everybody had so much faith I would save 1 minute. You were all wrong. Blame Oddish.
no.
Was your run faster first run?
Blame Oddish for all the problems in that first run. It was the snowball. It wasn't necessarily the one thing that happened, but it caused everything else to happen.
Like the butterfly effect?
Exactly.
Oh, that guy can still catch me there.
Although, to be fair, I would not be shocked if someone was like, hey, this actually caused you 2 whole minutes. Would not shock me.
Yeah. I might not even equip I have the leftovers, but the pink bow might just be better for red if I have rest.
Honestly, it just helps make things more consistent. I only used leftovers. I had pink bow the entire game.
Yeah.
Because the leftovers constantly healing on random trainer battles, it loses you a lot of time.
Really?
Yeah, especially if you don't need.
Yeah.
Steve, are you going to be a redirect?
I'm trying. I literally forgot how.
On the live studio, on your live panel, you click edit button, go to the custom tab on the side, and at the bottom
Hold
of the
on. I closed out of the live tab a little while ago. Edit.
then the customization tab.
Okay. That makes sense.
So dumb how you can only redirect to channels that have it enabled. Like I think on Twitch you can just rate any you want.